What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Bodybuilding Podcast. I'd like to thank Merrick Health for sponsoring the show and for this hat. And as you guys know, we all want high T. T standing for testosterone. And if you want your testosterone to be in the highest range of normal, get to merrickhealth.com. They will help you optimize your testosterone so you're at the highest end of your normal range and you're functioning at your highest capabilities. Get to merrickhealth.com, use code RBP, or just type in Merrick Health /RBP. It'll take you to my blood panels. You can get your blood work done. They'll check out your hormones. They'll check all your vitals, and they will let you know kind of your health and the trajectory of things, and they will let you know how to optimize your hormones so you can feel better and perform at your best. merrickhealth.com /RBP, or use code RBP at checkout. Thanks, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
What do you got there?
Like my hat?
Make America IT again.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby. This is a Merrick Health special.
I like it.
Yeah, right?
I like it.
We want everybody to be high T. How are you, man?
Good. I think the world will be a better place when everybody with a little higher T.
Would it, or would it be more aggressive? Do you think it'd be too many people just fighting each other, or do you think everybody would be really happy and fucking?
I'm kind of on the latter. Like, and I'm not opposed to people being a little more aggressive, because
aggression can be good when channeled properly.
Yeah, it's not that they're going to fight. It might just be more like, hey, come on, motherfucker.
More passionate about things.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Well, I mean, what's the opposite end of things? When guys are low T, they're really bitch-like. They're all depressed and they're fucking lazy.
If anything, I think that us bodybuilders know it better because we know what it's like to be high T. We know what it's like to be like in a decent range, but then we know what it's like to be like, hey, I'm a little bit of a cunt.
I've been at like double digits low. Like 80.
Ooh,
that's a weepy motherfucker. Like if there was a whole bunch of men running around at 80, the world would be a really shitty place.
Be a really bad place. I don't think it'd be a good place. That's why I'm like, I'd rather everybody hang out around 1,000.
Yeah, but 1,000 is above normal. I don't know if you want 1,000. You want to go 1,000? Like I'm thinking like 700.
Yeah, but I'm not also opposed to creeping up every now and then. Be okay. Be okay.
Well, I wonder at what number.
Iain's going to weigh in on this, and he's going to. I think that he's going to go on the.
Oh yeah, for sure he is. He's going to say 1,500. Look at the hat, Iain.
Make America high T again. Yeah, okay. Nice. I
So
agree.
we're trying to figure out at what number the world would function at a better place. Like we said we don't want people to be too aggressive, but then we said
guys, 1,500 is too high.
But then we said guys with low T are very bitch-like and lazy, and the world would be a shitty place with a bunch of guys with low T.
Yeah.
So at what number do you think men would just function optimally and like be aggressive but not fighting aggressive? Just
1,000.
1,000. That's what it says.
1,000's perfect. Because like 1,000, I don't think is putting you at any like significant higher risk of cardiovascular issues or prostate risk issues or anything like that. And I don't think you'd be too aggressive, but like you'd feel good.
But just hold on. I want to preface something. We're not saying everybody should take 1,000 milligrams of test.
No,
we're saying.
Wait, sorry. I'm talking about something different. I'm not saying 1,000 milligrams of test. I'm talking about your 1,000 nanograms per deciliter.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I'm trying to clarify for people watching that they don't confuse the two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
you need like 300 a week tops to be around.
Yeah.
250.
Your head's
Paul can't read.
America high T again.
We're having a discussion.
You can get rid of the T too.
We're not a fucking weed hat, Paul. It's a testosterone hat. We're trying to figure out at what level men would function the best. Like originally, I said if men were all high T, there'd be too much aggression in the world
and too many.
But then I said the flip side of that is if everybody was low T, all the men would be really bitch-like and nothing would get done.
I'd be interested to see if you put the number to like everyone be at like 2,000 nanograms, what the numbers for like rapes and murders would go up by.
Rapes would go up exponentially.
Rapes would like 20x.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So is that like
sexual assaults and rapes and shit would be through the fucking roof?
Definitely would be.
I almost said something that could have got me like really roasted badly.
Let's hear it.
It'd probably
Well,
be
I
a
was going to
boom.
say.
Well, that time I raped a bitch, you know.
No, I was going to say.
I was
No.
only on 1,000.
I was going to say. I thought India and Pakistan had a rape problem, so I'm like, I'm wondering what their test levels are normally.
Well, I think that's not even high. So imagine if you put them on test then.
Or is that, or is that just because it's a repressed culture?
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
I think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
So you get a bunch of cultural rapists. And
Any Indians watching, please don't take offense.
Yeah.
definitely take offense.
They're definitely going to be angry about that. I'm sorry.
Well,
Anyways, so we're trying to
Problem.
decide. We're trying to decide what number the society would function. Who are you talking to, Paul?
My daughter's here grabbing something out of the printer.
Tell her to come say hi.
You want to come say hi?
Tell Taya.
It's just Fouad, Iain, and Seth.
Is it Taya or Maya?
Taya, I can't see you.
Tell her to
I'm a
peek
little
her
bit
head.
further.
Tell her to peek her head over.
She won't. She's shy.
Taya's way better looking than Paul. I'm surprised she's his kid, to be honest.
What? That is
Nothing.
not true at all. She looks exactly like me.
No, she doesn't.
ask her who she thinks she looks like more, mom or dad.
You think you look like me or mommy more? No?
She's got you. I think she's got your nose.
You got my nose. Come here. Show me your nose.
Bro, you can't say that to a girl.
No,
That's
if
so
it's
insulting.
bad, no,
Show everybody your nose. Just lean in.
It
Just
fits
lean
better.
in.
It fits better on her face.
Just put your nose. Look at you can see her nose.
Hi.
Yeah.
She's so much better looking than you are. Oh my god, that's
Whatever.
That's not Paul's.
That's not
Yeah,
your
that's
kid,
not
dude.
false.
She's basically
That's the
me
fucking
minus.
mailman's kid
Yeah.
right there.
I got a DNA test on you a long time ago.
That's the milkman.
She's basically me without the beard and long hair.
Yeah, same exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You wish, Paul.
You know, I did have quite a few people. I put that selfie up of me and you, Paul.
Yeah.
I had a few people say like you two look related.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. I got a lot of those comments too.
Actually, it's funny now
Who?
that I look at you guys. If
Me and
Seth's hair was darker, you guys could be related.
If my
I can see that.
if my beard was brown,
Yeah, if like you guys had the same color hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
In that picture, I was like, there are some similarities. That
Well,
fucking
I mean, the
I noticed it.
the noses are there. You know, so
the Italian skin.
both Italian.
yes, the little red tinge to it.
Hello, Mike.
Oh,
Was that the- Bye, gang.
Mike, I never understood what the shirt is. Is it a Red Wing shirt just with the Wicked sign in the middle?
Yeah, it's Detroit Red Wings.
Goodbye.
Oh, just for Detroit. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the hockey connection.
Oh, your name's easy tonight to
The
get. Mike.
Detroit connection, dude. God
Yeah, I
damn.
know. I totally lost that one.
Fucking idiot.
What did you say, Paul? You said something about his hair?
His name's easy to get tonight. Last week it took me a few minutes.
What is the name tonight? Say something.
Jack,
Mike.
Jack me off.
Mehoff.
Why can't I see it?
Mr. Mehoff.
Can't see
Oh,
it.
there we go. Now-
Hold your
oh,
mouse over.
Oh, now I can see it. Okay. Mike, do you have a book
I
with
don't know
all
where my
these?
dog is.
Do you have a book with all these in them, or what?
No, people send them to me.
Oh, really?
Okay. Anyway, so we're trying to decide what test level society should be at.
1,000.
Everybody's saying 1,000.
That's what we said too.
I just
You know,
think I just think 1,000 is too much.
No, man. 1,000's like optimal. That's not even that high.
I don't think the
What is-
I don't think the
What is your
average
test
guy-
level at like 19 years old? Average
I've seen natural kids with 1,100 all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think most men can handle their emotions, and I think if they're all running around angry, there's going to be a problem.
Angry
No,
Horn.
I don't think 1,100's that high, man. I think you're just used to being at like fucking 250, so you think 1,100's like fucking crazy steroid freak, you know?
I think for the average person, it's high. Like I work with a lot of
What is
guys.
your
So
hot
too.
I know a lot of guys my
Ian,
age that just do
Ian,
TRT.
I don't know why you're saying that to me because the normal range on a blood work panel is between
Where?
2 and 7.
In Canada.
No, in the
Yeah.
US.
No, man. You go to like some places
When
it's
I
like
go to-
6 to
when I-
1,000.
When I
Really?
go to Merrick to get my blood work done, the high end of normal is 687.
Really?
Yes.
That's low for sure.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I don't
low.
like
It's always been between 2 and 7, 2 and 8. That's always
200 is like
every blood work I've ever
insanely
seen.
low.
Every blood work I've ever seen, it's 2 and change. It's not 200, but it's 2 and change.
I thought the last time I saw the American one, it was like like 4 to 9 or something.
Let's check with Steve right now.
So it was argued.
What did your hat say? Make America what? High?
High T.
Oh, high tea again. Nice. Did you make that?
No, Merrick did.
Oh.
I want one of those.
No. You have enough of the same clothes as me. Fuck off. me and
I
Paul
know,
me and Paul go places together. We don't call each other first. We end up wearing exactly the same clothes. We're like, fuck
It's happened a couple times recently. We
Great
have to start
minds
calling
think
each other.
alike.
Yeah, I
You
mean, Google says optimal range is up to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. The healthy range being 450 to 600.
He's got to go to Google.
200
I
would be way too
literally did blood work like
What about
two
ChatGPT?
weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, this says for 270 to 1070 nanograms is the range.
Yeah, that's a bigger range. It's on most blood panels.
Yeah, 300 to 1,000. This one says 265 to 923, 300 to 1,000, 300 to 1,000. Because I mean, like 600 is not like ideal. Like I would want to be higher than that if I was controlling it for sure. You know,
Yeah, that's nothing.
yeah.
That's nothing. Says the guy who's been on steroids for 30 years.
Whatever. I've been on TRT Fouad for a while. I'm older than you guys.
You've never,
TRT.
Paul. You've never been on TRT. You've never been on TRT. Ever.
I've been on TRT for quite a while now. as a matter of fact.
TRT for a guy your age is like 75 milligrams a week.
Between 200 and 300 milligrams.
No, it's not doing 300 milligrams.
It depends on the individual. I metabolize it very, very quickly.
Oh yeah, you're a hyper responder.
I am a hyper responder.
Do you get it covered through work, Paul? Is that why you're saying it's so low?
Yeah, my through benefits. Yeah.
There you go. TRT.
By the way, Paul's lying. It's 200 or 300 until like if he feels he needs a bump, then it's 4 or 5. Then it's 4 or 500. So
when pool season comes around, I might, sometimes I'll spike it.
I think you've been on steroids the longest of anybody I know continuously.
Well, I'm the oldest guy, you know.
Yeah, but you're the only one I know who doesn't go off ever.
I don't need to. I just bridge. I just
Yeah,
go. I
you've been
dial it up. I dial it down.
You've been bridging up. You've been bridging for 30 years.
I'm healthy.
Just stay on steroids forever.
I'm a billboard.
I know. You're a billboard for steroids.
I'm a billboard for TRT after 50.
You're not. It's not. Stop saying that.
Stop telling me I'm on
agree.
steroids.
You know, but you are on steroids.
Well, depends on what you consider steroids.
It's therapy.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of kids. There's a whole generation of kids now saying TRT because of guys like you. This kid, who did we rated somebody recently? He's 25. He's like, I'm on TRT. I'm like, you're not on TRT at 25 years old. You're on steroids.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but Paul's saying TRT because he's on TRT because he's old. Without it, he has no balls.
exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much, Seth.
Seth, don't enable
I have no
him.
balls. I have no balls.
Yeah, I got nothing. There's nothing there, Fouad.
God.
Factory
function.
closed.
Just
They definitely
say,
don't function.
just be accurate. Just say I'm on a very small cycle.
I'm on a very small dose
Cycle.
of testosterone.
A very small
There-
cycle.
Dose of.
Fouad, let
you
me ask you this.
Are you
Let
taking?
me ask
Wait
you-
a second. Are you taking anything with the testosterone or just testosterone?
I take 1 IU a day of growth.
Okay, so you're on a very small stack.
One?
Oh, no, that's therapeutic.
Exactly. That's just to keep me looking young.
Are you taking anything else?
Skin, hair,
Not
nails,
working.
you know?
Not right now, but I probably will be because pool season is around.
But you usually throw in some Anavar here and there.
Here and there, yeah.
Yeah.
Fouad,
so-
let me ask you a question, Fouad. If Paul was taking 400 milligrams a week, but his test level was 575, would you say that's a cycle?
Well, I think if you're within the normal range, it can be TRT.
Yeah, that's what my question is. Because
I don't listen. I don't.
you know.
I'm speaking from my own theory right now. This isn't how I think doctors. I don't know what doctors would consider. In my own mind, I would consider that whatever puts you in a normal range is TRT.
Yeah.
So if you have
agree.
to take 400 or 500 milligrams just to get into the normal range, then that's your TRT. But I know that's not Paul.
Okay.
I'm off the charts.
Paul's
But my doctor's
3,000
cool with it though.
nanograms.
My doctor's cool with it though, as long as everything else checks out. So
I'm cool with it too. I just wish you'd
I
stop
don't
saying
disagree.
TRT. I wish you just say I like doing small cycles.
I like doing a lot.
What do we call it before TRT plus plus plus? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The growth hormone's the plus.
Yeah.
The plus is the Anavar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, every time you add a stack, it's
And the
a plus.
primo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's a big plus. Capital.
Mm.
If you're taking more than one compound, it automatically becomes a cycle.
Where do peptides fit into that?
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Depends
Yeah, I
what
think
kind of
so.
peptides. What kind of peptides are we talking here?
Well, what about like a BPC?
Those aren't steroids. That's
That's
fine.
a-
I mean, those
that's-
aren't like
that's a health-
ergogenic
that's a
aids
health-
in the same way. Yeah.
That's a
So that brings me
recovery
to another
drug.
question. How long can you do BPC for?
Yeah, he asked me that the
forever.
other day. I didn't know if
Yeah.
there's any side effects. I've
Okay.
never
can you
heard of any side effects of it.
Like, can you stay on it forever just to repair shit?
I don't know if there's any long-term studies to really give you a good answer for that. So I don't know if anybody has a great answer to that, but I wouldn't be like massively concerned
I'm
about
kind of asking this more than stating it, but I don't know if you would need to. I mean, isn't it more of like an acute repair drug? Like you have an
Well, like,
injury,
look,
you have
if
an
you're sick-
injury, you repair it, you move on.
it. Yeah.
I've always got injuries though.
If you're older and your like joints are sore and you find keeping it in helps keep the inflammation down, keep you feeling good to train. You know,
Oral form is good for your gut. I know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like when you take
It's
it through
good
pill,
for your gut, but it doesn't do as much for like
I don't
the
know if
connective
it's
tissue.
look, I don't know enough about it, so I don't. This is probably I should probably have somebody on the podcast to really dig into it. But I didn't think it was made for chronic pain. I thought it was more for like acute injury.
That's what I thought too. But I just wonder, like could
But
you?
I'm saying,
theoretically
I'm
do it,
saying,
though?
I'm saying in regards to what Ian's saying, like if you have chronic pain, I don't know if that's the peptide you would use to fix it.
See, why
I guess
not?
it depends on what the cause of your chronic pain is.
yeah,
Like if
can
it's
always use
arthritis.
the peptide Percocet, it works very well.
I've heard of this.
and
Yeah.
Nubane.
Takes
Nubane.
away, takes away all the pain.
That was around when Nubane was around.
That
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
was
if
big
you're
in the
picking,
80s.
if you're picking between those, I'm going to take that BPC TB all day for sure. But
What's the difference between the two? Does anybody know?
I think
Because
the
I know
TB
that
yeah.
I know actually some companies combine them into one bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is there a different? Do they work the same, or is one stronger than the other? Does anybody know?
I think they work slightly differently. That's why it's recommended to stack them.
they're different.
But you don't know. Nobody knows how.
I thought the BBC had more of like an anti-inflammatory property versus the TB is more like actually the soft, like connective tissue and like soft tissue healing kind of peptide.
Okay, so what you said originally would make sense then.
But I could be wrong on that. I think the BBC does have some kind of healing properties as well, but I think the TB is the one that is generally more for actual like cell rejuvenation, like healing.
You know
stuff,
what? I'm gonna have one of the guys. I'm gonna have one of the guys from Merrick on to break all this down.
Doesn't BPC stand for like something protective compound or something like that?
I don't know.
I actually don't know what it stands for.
No
Something
idea.
like that.
I think Paul's making it up.
I'm always a little bit right for it.
I think
it up.
all the
I've heard
peptides-
people say body protective compound, but I don't think
Yeah,
that's true.
something like
Yeah,
that.
but I
Kinda
think all the
always kinda right.
Yeah, the letters and numbers are more like the TB is like thymosin beta, fucking whatever. You know, like I think it's just maybe someone because they use it for healing called it body protective. You know, because it makes sense.
Oh my
But that's
God.
not actually what it is. You know.
Well, what do you mean? Oh my God. What do you got for it?
I hate you, Paul.
I know
not
you do,
actually
but
right.
let's read it out loud.
BPC 157 stands for Body Protection Compound 157.
No way.
Yes, it does.
Fuck off.
Swear to God.
Yes. Well, I don't know why you guys continue to doubt me.
I hate
I don't know how many times I got to prove myself.
You're so fucking irritating. You know why? Because you just guess at
That's
shit. Then
crazy.
sometimes
That
it's-
wasn't. I read that somewhere.
You totally guessed it. You
I
stuck.
didn't. I read lots of stuff, and I pick.
I know.
things here and
You know
there.
what? I do know you read a lot, so I do. But
I
you're just-
retain about 5% of everything that I read, and that's when I hear a word or something, it reminds me of.
and that's about how right you are every time you speak. About 5%.
This one I was more like about 60, 70.
Yeah. This one was almost bang on.
Yeah,
You're
Mike
pretty
got
close.
it.
Mike nailed it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We had a pretty epic weekend. We were all there. We all had a great time, and we made history. Ian,
It was awesome.
commentary was really good. I got to listen to some of it afterwards. I went back and watched a little bit of the live stream.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry
sounds
to interrupt, but it does say that BPC is promoting nitric oxide synthesis, activating cells involving in tissue repair, stimulating the synthesis of growth factors, and inhibiting inflammation. So yeah, the inflammation part is what I knew about. So I
So
guess
is it
does-
more of a long-term drug? Is that what it's saying?
If it's anti-inflammation.
Yeah, potentially over mechanism of action. What is
How
BPC?
long can you use BPC 1974?
157.
157, sorry. This says collagen peptides have safely been used up to doses of 10 grams daily for up to 6 months. Side effects are rare.
That's a lot.
Wait.
Yeah.
10 grams daily. That's way higher than like what people use
Yeah.
for BPC.
Yeah, I know that. It's just it's not saying BPC.
Is it
it's
talking
saying,
about yeah, okay.
no,
Is that-
it's saying collagen peptides in general. It's putting them
Yeah,
all
okay.
under an
Oh.
umbrella.
Yeah.
But it's saying up to 6 months and side effects are really rare. I think it's talking just about all collagen peptides. I'm assuming BPC 157 is a collagen peptide.
I don't know. I
Sure.
don't know what you
Here,
do.
let me just share this with you guys so you guys can look at it with me. I Googled how long can you take this for? And then it gave me this. How long can you take peptides for? Oh, that's peptides. 1 second. What does that do to the brain? Do you need to cycle off peptides? I'm surprised there's not one that says
Sometimes
what-
practitioners suggest cycling
Oh.
6 to 12
Click on it if it's good for your
right
hair.
here, right here. In order to inject- you will need to inject daily for a full dosing cycle, which can range from 10 to 15 weeks.
Yeah, but I guess that still doesn't really answer the question of
How
that's
long?
maybe be recommended, but like, is there a bad reason, like a reason not to take longer than that?
Scroll down that one question there, Fouad, and click on that.
No, I don't want you to get any hair.
You have to inject it straight into your scalp, though.
I would if it gave me hair.
The spots you want.
I
you
would
want
right into my.
Do you want hair that bad?
If I could get some without going to Turkey to do all that, I would do it.
Why are you worried about going to
Why do you
Turkey?
want
Look-
hair?
Look at Ian's hair. He looks great. Go to Turkey.
I know.
Paul, you're not going to get hair without going to Turkey. Nothing you do is going to make your hair grow better again. Nothing. Literally
I came across an article just a couple weeks ago that
Oh,
there's
no.
a new drug
There we
that was discovered.
Frozen.
no.
Seriously,
Yeah, no. It's not going to do shit.
early stages right
Fucked.
now.
You're fucked. Just go to Turkey or call it quits. You know.
Come on, go to Turkey. Let's go
A
to
man,
Turkey.
a man of truth.
Why are you
Yeah.
so
I'll
worried?
get
about
my
going to
teeth
Turkey?
done with you, Paul.
Wait,
Cody,
yeah.
Cody in it now. Hair time.
Wait, I
Yeah.
want to know why you're worried about going to. Listen, we already established code Ian no matter what website you're on. Just leave. You know what? I'm actually gonna
Universal.
create a code Ian on the hostile site, but I'm just not gonna give you any of the commissions.
Seth,
take
if you
all
can
the
follow
commission.
suit on that one too, please. Thank you.
You gotta get a shirt in.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
a shirt that says Cody on it.
Yeah,
Good. Everything we can bolster those sales. You know.
Paul,
Yeah.
tell me why you're so scared to go to Turkey.
Well, not that I'm scared to go to Turkey. I'd love to visit Turkey. It's the procedure, the week or
Oh,
two
the pain.
afterwards.
Oh,
Not so much
dude,
the pain,
it's
the
not bad at all.
discomfort. I thought it was pretty bad when you can't you can't touch it, you can't wash it, like all that stuff for a couple weeks
dude,
afterwards.
It's fucking fine. I mean, it's
Okay,
nothing.
but-
My stepdad just did it. He's 15 years older than you. He thought it was a fucking nothing. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cody
Paul,
Amy just went 5
Yeah.
days ago, 6 days
Saw
Yeah,
ago.
I saw he went.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
plus
I,
Paul,
just, I
you
talked to him today.
went through fucking nasal surgery. You'll be fine. It can't be worse.
Oh,
than
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I don't want to have to go through that again, but
I know, but it can't be worse than that. Is what I'm saying.
true. Yeah.
You get a little bit of an itchy head for like 4 fucking days, and then you're fine. Like it's the end of it.
And then you have a full head of hair. Look at Ian.
Yeah, I know. I look at Ian every day. I like it.
I look at me
do.
every day.
Well, where are you missing the most hair? Just near the front there?
Well, this whole area right here, Ian.
Everywhere.
So the entire top.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that region right here.
Just all over.
I would need to see you grow it in to really know like how much of a chance you stand. You know?
I had it grown in a little bit last week, and I got a cut.
No,
Okay,
no, you
I'll
didn't.
grow it in for you. Yeah, I did. I don't have anything going on in April. I'll grow it out for the month.
Yeah. Because like, look, you could get it done, but it could be that the end result is still pretty thin. Because like
Really?
my front is awesome, but like my back is still is way thinner for sure. And like if yours is, it depends where they're doing the hairline versus certain areas of the scalp have like thinner and thicker tissue that have better blood supply. Like the back of your scalp is way thinner tissue with way less blood supply, so the hair doesn't stick as well. You get like 30 to 40% success rate, where the front is like good, thick, healthy tissue with high levels of blood flow. You get like 70, 80%. So
Oh,
it's a lot more successful. So like it depends. Like you could fill the whole top in and it'll make it a bit thicker everywhere. But if there's areas that are like that bald, they're still going to be very thin even after one. So it just depends what result you're looking to get, you know?
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Are you not used to? I'm getting used to bald Paul. What's wrong with bald Paul?
Yeah. Are you? Yeah. As long as
with
I can
hair
still
now,
fade
you
a
look
little
weird for sure. Yeah.
bit. As long as I can still fade a little. I just want a little.
Yeah.
You know that's not.
I'm not
a
gonna
fade.
be. I'm not gonna be your friend if you get hair. I don't like it at all.
Wait a minute.
It'd be like a fat guy that gets skinny. You don't be friends with him anymore.
You know that's not a fade, right? That what you have right now.
You sure about that?
It's a little
You
bit.
sure about
I
that?
don't. I mean, I'd like to have a more of a dramatic fade. But
His barber's just
like-
doing this so he can charge him for like a haircut. You know,
He has the
he's
clip
just
on.
going there like
he was going.
he's making the sounds with his mouth. Yeah.
He just keeps putting different clips on. They're not even cutting hair. He's just-
He does change the clips often too. I'll tell you.
Of course he
does.
I swear. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's no
What-
hair for
what-
he's just changing the bit, doesn't do anything yet.
Listen, what Ian and Seth have are fades. You know, that's not a fade, dude. That's just a buzz cut.
Like that on the side.
Yeah.
But
like
this is grown in a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I know I don't have that kind of hair.
I'm just saying, what I guess my point is like, you're bald and people are used to it and it looks good. What are you worried about?
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't
about it
have
too
like a
much.
misshaped head. Like if I go fucking bald, if it gets bad on me, like I got an ugly head.
I can't.
Like there's all kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I
shit.
think you're a bald guy, Paul. I think that's like
Yeah,
a good
you're
look for
good.
you.
Yeah,
You know,
I think so. Well, you guys are helping.
well, you got a good beard, like you got a good round head. I think you just got to embrace the bald. It's the look for you. You know.
Maybe it's the beard that messes me up sometimes. Sometimes I look at myself and I think I look old.
Well, because your
Well,
beard
you
is
have
white.
a white
old.
beard. Yeah.
You are
I
old.
have a white beard.
Yeah, you are in your 50s, Paul. You are old.
I know I'm in my 50s, but I want to look a young 50 though.
Yeah, but the beard makes you look older. I told you that a long
Yeah,
time
Because of
ago.
the
But
gray.
but it also looks good on you. So I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like it's a toss up.
Yeah, if
Like,
you dyed
what
that
about-
dark, you'd look a lot younger. Or if you shaved your face, but then that would look weird for sure.
I've considered goatee.
No.
No.
Goatees are for gay people.
Then I can show my jawline though.
Listen, I used to think goatees were cool. I had
They're
one
for
for like,
bikers and homos.
I had one for like 10
like dad bikers and like guys that drive like fucking like Suzuki Boulevards and fucking and fucking gays,
And gays.
Dude, I had a goatee for the longest time. I thought it was cool. I'm like, that's not cool. It's not.
Paul, what would make you look a lot younger is just having it a lot tighter the face.
Yeah.
Like your beard's long and it's white
And
if
it's
you had it
puffy.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had it a lot more tight to the face and then a little darker, it would make you look a lot younger for sure.
Yeah, get it shorter. You should make it shorter and like more straight.
Yeah.
Or like Spartan.
No, just flatter on the sides so it's not
Yeah.
bulbous.
Yeah.
Right here. Like to trim this shit
Yeah.
down.
Like this, how this is tight to my cheek. you
Like
know,
sets. Like sets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like sets. Yeah.
Tighter
do
here,
it-
a little more in the front.
You do it yourself, Seth, or you go to a barber?
I go to a barber and then I keep it clean for a couple weeks and then go again.
Okay.
You know what
Paul-
I realized, Paul, and go to my barber. You know what? We go to Igor, right? Well, I go more than you go, but
Yeah.
I go in usually. He does my head, he does my beard, and then he does the straight razor, and I'm there for 45 minutes. The other day I went in, he just did my beard. I was there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, you
not-
just went for beard only.
I'm not doing any of this shit anymore. I'm just going to go in there and be like, because I don't go as often as I want to because I don't want to sit there for 45 minutes. But I didn't realize he can just do my beard in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If I don't do the straight razor and all that shit, I'm out of there in 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Paul, you need to
So-
find yourself like a good fucking like Puerto Rican barber that can fucking dye that and give you the fucking lineup and like. you know.
I got a guy.
I got
for that.
a-
I got a
I
guy.
I had a guy.
Lebanese.
I had a guy when I lived in South Florida that was like I'd go to his house, in like Fort Lauderdale, like ghettos with like bars on the window with his fucking Dodge Challenger,
And it's
and he'd be
pitbull.
like, he's like a jacked fucking like Dominican guy with like
Yeah.
braids and fucking tattoos and like shaved me shirtless and shaved my head fucking shirtless in his living room, and it was the best haircuts every time.
Really?
Paul, I got somebody. He did Bassam's, he did my brother's beard. He fucking dyed it, trimmed it up. He did his fucking nose hair. He did like this guy's like, honestly, I guess he's a younger guy. Bassam was telling me he's fucking incredible.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he's
had such a
some-
long relationship with my barber.
I know this kid, I was thinking the same thing. This kid's, I guess he's like this Iraqi kid out in Forest Glade.
Yeah.
And Bassam's beard looked good, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I was impressed.
Yeah, there's some guys that are
Yeah.
good.
And he dyes it for you too and everything. So you
Yeah,
can,
you need to get someone to dye it for you and go like every 2 weeks,
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take your advice
dying-
first and just thin it out.
thin it out first. Dyeing is
Yeah.
tough, Ian, because like when you like I go through it all the time. That's why you see like the front is black and the side is gray.
Me too. Yeah.
When you trim, the fucking gray comes out, right?
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
you
Right.
can't trim. You only go to your barber to do your beard then.
Yeah, but that means he's got to dye it like every week.
You would have to dye it every week to 2
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like when I was in Fort
It's
Lauderdale,
super gay to dye your beard, guys. Just so you know. Super gay.
No, it's
fine.
not. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't
It's
say that.
super gay.
Yours is all natural color, Mike. The blending.
Yeah.
Of course it
You
is.
think-
Well, I mean, just because here's a lot, like it's a lot browner on the cheeks, and in the middle is white.
Yeah, it's 'cause I'm old. I'm old.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
that's
that's perfect way.
That's how mine grows too, though. Like, because this is dyed here still, but like here, see, it's like more blonde here, and then it gets more
Yeah.
gray as it goes down, like Mike says. Yeah.
Mike has accepted his fate. Paul doesn't
You
want.
guys-
Paul doesn't want to accept his fate.
You guys have light colored hair though, so like the like when you go a little gray, it kind of blends in with the brown a little bit. Doesn't look such a like.
I
a
don't have light
contrast.
colored hair. What are you talking about?
No,
man?
you don't. But
Yeah,
you
but
don't.
like
but
you see me in person, my beard looks pretty fucking gray, dude. Like this
Actually,
is like-
Ian's look gray right now. I can tell Ian's is gray.
right now it does, but like I find it looks more blonde in person.
no, it's pretty.
No,
fucking
not
gray.
right now. It's
yeah,
Ian's letting himself go a little.
yeah, fuck yeah. It's
Yeah. So he took the steroids away and he stopped working out.
times
He
are
started-
times are tough here, man.
he's a little more
Oh,
pale. He's a little more pale right now. He's not really taking care of himself anymore.
I'm fucking depressed. Bro.
He's depressed.
You should see. Like, look at this.
Oh my god! It's
Already
like
letting it hang
Oh,
out.
oh,
yeah,
he's got
becoming-
body hair. Holy shit!
Yeah. Welcome to fatherhood.
This is the longest my body hair has been in my entire life.
No
Literally.
shit.
That's
in
when you
35
know
years of life. Yeah.
that's how you measure your depression. How long your body
Well,
hair.
I'm
is.
just trying a
Yeah,
new
you
thing
don't
here,
give a
guys.
fuck at
you
all
know?
anymore.
I'm just trying to think. Sometimes I'll see pictures of, and this is really fucking gay. I'm saying this, but I'll see like
Let's hear it.
like John De La Rosa or like James put up progress pictures, and they'll be like hairy in the off season. I'm like, I could rock that. Like when I'm retired and I'm always hairless, I'm like, that's kind of fucking gay. So like, I'm
It is
I'm just
gay.
gonna and I'm
Yeah.
like fat and retired. Like, why am I bald? Like, that's
I actually,
fucking weird,
you know, what's funny? I used to, how you like, you trim, like, do you trim your forearms? Obviously, right? Your hair trim forearm. hair?
I've let it all go right now.
Okay, so
For how long?
I've always had a thing about
A
forearm.
month?
I've always had a thing about forearm hair,
Yeah.
and I keep trimming it. And then when you're around normal dudes, they have forearm hair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like
oh,
Seth has forearm hair. I noticed that this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm gay. I'm gay.
Yeah.
I struggle with this. I struggle with this sometimes. Because I'm Italian, I'll get real fucking hairy, real matted up kind of body.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. So it's a fine line. Do I shave? Do I not shave? I
know,
choose to
it's
shave,
tough.
but I do feel gay once in a while shaving. I got to admit.
I keep doing it. Look, there's no fucking hair.
Forearms, especially though, look so much better shaved.
Yeah, I can't
Well,
do it.
Like it's so much better. Like even my hands, bro. I got like hairy knuckles, like in shit.
Yeah,
It's
me too.
fucking weird. Like
I got hairy toes.
that's some kind of slur, isn't it? Is that kind of some kind of slur saying something about like hairy
Hairy
knuckles?
What
is
I
that?
think I've heard that before. Yeah,
Yeah. What is
Oh,
that?
I didn't. Isn't that mean like?
some
I
racist?
think it's
No.
I think knuckle
Dragger.
Knuckle dragger. That's it. Yeah.
That's the one.
Not hairy.
Hair's no big deal.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're
You
saying.
drag all that hair off. Yeah.
So basically, what we're saying is, Mike is the only real man on the podcast because he's accepted his fate, and we're all still trying to remain young and pretty.
Well, Seth too. Seth doesn't shave.
But Seth
I
doesn't
don't
have to. He just looks like that.
They're not.
I mean, his
they're-
body
I
hair
don't-
too,
none
though.
of The grays not coming in yet. I got grays over here, but nothing.
Yeah, but
Losing
Seth,
the hair a little bit, but nothing too crazy yet.
Seth doesn't count. He's still got his young man attributes.
Somehow.
He
Is
doesn't.
that your natural? That's your natural beard color, Seth?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy, bro.
I can't picture
My mom-
Seth dying. his beard.
My mom's dad didn't go gray at all. He was like
Really?
75 and didn't go gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you, Seth? Are you over 40?
I'm 40.
40 on the nose.
Okay. Well, you're not that much older than me, so that's but I'm fucking gray as shit already.
I know.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, I got like going to get my hair cut. There was a little bit, but I'm like nothing. And my hairline's always kind of been like a little bit further back here. This side's creeping back a little bit, but like nothing too crazy.
Yeah. I would
A
be
lot-
Good for 40.
A lot
The
of it's-
insides.
A lot of it's genetic, man. When people say like,
For sure.
"Oh,
100%.
steroids made you lose your hair," is that yes, they did, but it really just sped up what was going to happen anyway.
100%.
Yes.
You can't prevent it. No.
Because we have friends like Al, like Paul,
Yeah.
Ralph's. He's got fucking.
Great hair.
He could still be rocking a ponytail if he wanted to. He's done steroids for fucking 20 years.
He had hair like Thor up until like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
you see guys like Nick Walker, Derek Lunsford still have full fucking heads of hair,
Yeah.
like completely perfect heads of hair,
Mike, what's the grin on your face? Are you over this conversation? Do you want to move on?
No, I was just listening to the.
You're fascinated.
You said
Are
you
you
said hair
fascinated?
like Thor, and I was like, picturing this glorious mane of blonde hair.
Well, yeah, you should saw it, Mike.
That's Fouad's hair fantasy,
You saying Al had hair like that?
Yes.
Our buddy Al. I don't know if you met Al. Not the Al that you know.
Not Al
Oh,
Hernandez.
different Al.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, that guy had blonde hair like Thor. It's like,
No, not him.
Imagine that. That Al, yeah.
Not that guy, no. Okay, let's move on. The show. Let's talk about the breakdown of it first. William, fucking phenomenal, right?
Great.
That's a very
Look
good
at the
move.
leg difference. How much his legs improved, man, is so wild.
Like
what
this is the William size of 2019. Might not be the same polish, but size wise,
it's great.
that's the William of old. Like I was
Dude
shocked.
found some type of fountain of youth for them legs to come back like that.
Dude, when he walked out, me and Ian were doing commentary during prejudging, and when he walked out, we were both like, "Holy fuck, what the hell is that?"
His quad from the side was insane.
Paul,
Even from the front, they're super
I you know, my favorite thing though is Paul now loves William Bonac.
We've become friends.
I'd like to, Brandon, if you're watching this, I would like you to clip all the times that Paul put him in last
No, please don't.
and
Brandon.
make a montage.
Don't listen to Fouad. Don't listen to Fouad.
Bonac is such a fucking sick guy to hang around, though.
Oh,
for sure.
he is. He's cool, man.
He's
He's
so
very,
awesome.
very positive person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
his speech was great too.
I was really happy, man, to see him because you know what? You never see somebody when the legs start to go away. You rarely ever, I think we've seen it one or two times before. I can't recall who it was, though, off the top of my head, but you rarely ever see the legs come back. And he's brought the legs and the arms back, and it's fucking phenomenal to see, man. And I don't know how it's going to fare at the Olympia, but he's definitely still a top 10 bodybuilder.
Is he
Yes.
doing that Masters Olympia that Brandon Curry's doing?
Not that I know of. I heard he was doing Pittsburgh next.
That's what he told me.
Oh, he's doing Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Which we should talk about that after we talk about Detroit, because now that kind of throws something a little interesting into the mix. Like he's not smaller than fucking those other four guys.
Mm-mm.
He's not smaller than Martin. He's not smaller than fucking, like maybe shoulders, arms are a little smaller than Nick's, but everywhere else he competes well with these guys.
Mhm.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see William in Pittsburgh. But okay, Classic went to Grego. Grego looked fucking awesome. I do remember saying before the show that I think the IFBB was going to go with more complete look, but I remember sitting at prejudging with Ian thinking Wesley's going to win. I thought he looked fucking phenomenal. And there's something about Wesley posing on stage, like his presentation is so nice.
Yeah.
That it kind of draws you to him.
He did. His posing was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah.
notch.
And he presents in that classic way, right? Like the old school posing, and he does it. He kind of flows the same way those guys used to pose, and it kind of like
I was backstage with him, dude. He's a big dude.
he's
is.
a big
is.
fucking
He's
guy.
a
Yeah.
large
Yeah,
man.
250 on stage, yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked to find out that Grego was ahead by a point at prejudging and then brought it back. I actually thought it was the reverse. Like I thought Wesley was ahead, and then Grego came back better at night.
Yeah, he
But-
was just
but-
1 point ahead both. Yeah.
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 What about?
They-
Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
I was just gonna say they took a long look at them. They could tell
Yeah.
you could tell they were trying to be sure about it.
What about Sasson and James? They were, because I know people were comparing Sasson and Bonac, but I was pretty sure the judges had Bonac kind of clearly ahead. So they were comparing Sasson and James more. So I don't know, Ian, what did you think about that? Or Seth, or anybody want to go?
Go ahead, Seth.
I was going to say, I think it was a clear 1, 2, 3.
I agree 100%.
I don't
I was
think
literally
that-
going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I think that from behind is where, like, whenever James started really coming to life, like James's back just started really popping. However, I think Sasson from the front is where James couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
But I think it was a very clear 1, 2, 3.
You know what's interesting? Somebody sent me a photo of James, and they
With
photoshopped
abs. Yeah.
they photoshopped Sasson's abs on James.
So I looked nuts.
He looked
Yeah.
like a Mr. He looked like a Mr. Olympia.
Literally,
Really?
Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well-
what the fuck? It's crazy.
James looked big and grainy again, like old
Yeah,
James.
this big look is definitely the look for him for sure. I mean, this was
Yeah.
more of what the James we want to see is. It's the thing that just hurts him is his midsection, obviously, which we've talked
Yeah.
about before. I mean,
Yep.
there's some other structural flaws, but I mean, he was so muscular and so big compared to everybody here. I mean, it was a great look, and his conditioning, if anything, from the fullness was enhanced from the Arnold, not like deteriorated at all.
He was
Yeah.
for anybody that I mean, we were there with him. He was talking about how much food he was eating.
Yeah.
to fill out, it was absolutely mind blowing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "You're fucking. That's crazy, crazy."
A lot of fans that were watching, and I'm not saying I agree with this, but a lot of fans had Sasan winning just because of the pure polish and perfection of his physique. You know, the small waist, the nice ab structure, because William is obviously much bigger, but Sasan is put together in such a nice way that people were like, well, I think the guy with the prettier physique should win.
I mean,
So-
I do think Sass won some shots, like the front lat. I mean, I definitely think he won that. You know, he has some good shots, but like you'll see here, the back double hurts him a lot.
The back lat spread was really good on him. I remember
Back lat is
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
But this back double you'll see it hurts him big time.
Yeah, well, he can't rotate those shoulders back for whatever reason. I don't know if it's an impingement of some sort.
It's just not quite there.
Yeah.
You know,
He has to kind of lean his whole body back because he can't get his arms back.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I have any Ron Gordon shots here. It was nice to see Jack come back a little fuller.
Yep.
Than his pro debut. He looked really good.
Great structure.
Mhm.
Great posing.
Yeah. Huge, very bright future for him. He's got a lot of like good bones here, you know. And who impressed me too was Alex, the other Brit.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, Alex Kent. Yeah, he looked great.
I had a talk with him after he came off, and I don't know if I was just the old guy, and he's like, yeah, whatever. But I was like, his posing, I felt like when we were watching. What I said to him was his posing looked like it was actually hurting his physique more than it was helping him.
Yeah. Well, and his front relaxed, that posing killed him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was almost like leaning over his body, like over his waist, and caving in his chest a little bit, and that made him look a little more square than.
Yeah.
It basically took away his taper.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's something here from. There's Matt. There's Ralph.
Oh, there's Ron there.
There's Ron. Right. Ron looked good. He looked a little bit bigger, not in the same condition as last year, but a little bit more muscle. He was a crowd favorite, though. There was people at the meet and greet telling me they had him in second and third, which
really,
yeah. And I don't think that was, I don't agree with that at all. But I guess as a fan, from a fan perspective, he's got a really beautiful physique.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's very nice to look at. You know what I mean?
In person, it's fucking mind blowing. Yeah. It's hard not to be just start staring at it.
Yeah,
but he did do one of the coolest things I've ever seen. We were also, me and Ian were kind of blown away by it at the prejudging. When he came out he's like, I'm going to come out to just the fans' applause.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, this is not going to work. No one's going to fucking cheer. He's going to this is going to shit the bed. Every time he hit a pose, the fucking audience went ape shit.
And he became this like ramp up of like, oh, it was actually pretty awesome. Yeah.
And then he got into it. He started kind of fuck with his poses a little bit, kind of get the crowd like ready. It was really, really cool. It was a nice idea. So anyway, the show was good. I think the guys are all good. I think James, I don't know what James is doing now. I don't know if he's still in Pittsburgh. I know William's going on to Pittsburgh. I don't know what Sass is doing.
You don't think Bonac would do FIBO?
I heard Williams going right to Pittsburgh now.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, fact or just rumor, but that's what I heard is going on. But there was a lot of talk of the show, Seth. What'd you think of the show overall?
Glad you gave me the podium right now. Listen, I've been going to the Pittsburgh for fucking since the late 90s, okay? I have not heard a crowd that into a bodybuilding show since then, since like early 2000s.
They were fucking loud, man. They were loud.
Yeah.
You don't get that type of energy. And you could see it because I was backstage the whole time, like talking to competitors, getting content, shooting with them. And like, you could see them like getting into it. Like they were excited. Like it's been a while since I've seen anything like it. It was fucking, I think that you saying like the people's show, kept saying it over and over. Yeah. That's what the Detroit Pro is. Yeah. I've gotten Justine, our female athlete, she does women's physique. She's like, are they going to do a women's? Are they going to do a women's line? I'm like, if they do, you should do it. She's like, I want to because like it looked amazing.
Yeah, so, I think we're having a big turn up next year.
And all the amateurs, like a lot of the amateurs look really good.
Yeah.
But even Ty, he's like the lighting here is making everyone look fucking insane. Like the details that you talk about on here, the details that you go to, the level of stress that you put yourself under to put this, like you were giving Gilko a ton of shit the night before being like, hey, don't fuck the lights up. Are you going to make sure you can do the lights? The lights got to be good. What do we need? We need to do this. We need to do that.
Yeah.
Like it all came together. So
Yeah.
kudos to you and Paul and Ben. Like the show was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
The amphitheater, the intimacy of it, it's awesome.
You know what I think is really cool too? The live stream showcased the amateurs. And that usually don't get that. So a lot of these amateurs that like sent me DMs thanking me because like their families that couldn't make it or friends that couldn't make it were able to just watch the live stream. And you got to also think some of these amateurs, 140,000 people watched that live stream. Now, I don't know if they skipped the NPC portion, but I did get a lot of DMs from people thanking me for leaving it in because they're like, I want to start bodybuilding and I don't know what to expect. And it was cool to see like the progression from like level 1 to pro. So they got to see like kind of the discrepancy between like an amateur and a pro. So they enjoyed that portion of it. So yeah, there's a lot of positives to take from it. I do want to talk about this notion that I keep seeing come up because, you know, people were singing our praises over the weekend. And I keep, you know, I got into a little bit of a debate with Giles Thomas, I think his last name is.
Oh yeah.
And he was saying that this is not. Somebody said one of the channels put a post up and said, "Is this the new benchmark for all shows?" And he kind of went on and said, "No, it's not. Blah blah blah. There are many great shows, and this is only one of them." And I commented, I said, he didn't say it was the best show. He said, "Is it a benchmark?" Meaning, like, should every show have a black backdrop? Should every show have good lighting? I think that's not a big ask to have for athletes. So then we got into the conversation about the Arnold and the Olympia and how the Arnold and Olympia can't do that because they have sponsors. I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like there are ways to give sponsors the airtime they need without having to put them right behind the competitor on the stage on an LED screen. I mean, and even if you did, let's say for example you did, you could do the black curtain for prejudge and you could do the LED screen for the night show. I think that's a reasonable compromise that makes everybody kind of happy.
Yeah. Or a lot of these shows have LED backdrops. You could just, while the competitors
Turn them off.
Right. And just have them between competitors, between classes, then roll ads and whatnot, have the sponsor logos.
Any input? Anybody else want to say something?
Why can't they just do what you did and not the screen above? Like, it just
Well,
looks
because
fine.
I think this is the point of that, Mike, is when you see this, there are no sponsors here.
Yeah, they want to see it in the circulated socials of all the guys.
But
I mean, you did do a smart thing with putting them over the live stream,
but
like the digital ads.
I'm gonna show you guys this, and this is kind of what I'm talking about with Giles. Is like there are ways to do things. If you go to the live stream and you click on it, and you look at, like, there's the sponsors right there. Mm-hmm. They're not on the stage; they're on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's viewed.
So there are ways to display the people that are supporting your show without putting them right on the stage.
If you got a live feed that gets 140,000 views, the sponsors are getting more looks on that
than they are anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not really necessary, right? And the people sitting in the audience can see the sponsors on this backdrop up here. So your sponsors are being seen by everybody. They're seen by the people in the audience, and they're being seen by the people at home on the live stream.
Yeah.
And then, even if that wasn't the case, like I said, I'm sure you could come to an agreement with Celsius or Mutant or whoever it is, like, hey, for prejudging, we're doing a black curtain. But we're more than happy to put your shit up behind this, at night. We're going to put big LED screens, put all the sponsors up. But for prejudging, go ahead. Sorry.
Do just like you did for the prejudge.
Yeah.
Black backdrop, still have the digital ads imposed for the live stream.
Yeah.
Have the big screen above for the audience. And then for the finals, do a digital screen so they can be more on display, so that there is stage pictures circulated of the athletes with the ads.
Yeah,
I think with a theater though, it's ideal too, because like the lighting, like I don't know how you get the lighting right in like a conference hall kind of place with a built stage. I don't think you can get the lighting.
Well,
right.
you can't. I think you can. It's just not going to be. It's. I think you can light those guys that way with like somebody like a real proper like lighting tech, right? It's more like, I think it's different in a theater just because it's so closed everywhere that you have no additional light shining through anywhere.
That's what I mean. So the light can be perfect on the stage.
So it's almost like you have a spotlight because everything else is blacked out all around it, right? Whereas whereas like at the Arnold, it's in this massive open hall, so there's kind of light coming in different areas. So I don't know if you can get the same kind of effect.
I think a theater is built with the design. Theaters are built like to enhance the stage,
But
the look and the sound. And
there's a video of me here. Let's see if I can. They used to do. It wasn't long ago, man. Like,
yeah.
Where the fuck is it?
Did you notice one of the competitors also did your routine again?
I did, Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph Farah did
Ralph
your
Farah.
routine that then Samson did. Now you've started a thing, man.
I was sitting in the audience and he came out. I'm like, that's my music. And then he started posing and I'm like, those are my poses.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't know that.
Ralph looked good.
And then he posted
I like
today
that.
and he's like, tribute to Fouad. I'm like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Look, this is 2011. This is black backdrop. It was
Just for prejudge.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago they did this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's not impossible.
What place you come there?
I think it was like I don't remember.
What should you place?
I think you were at
came
11.
You know what? Fuck you, Ian. I look pretty good there. I was just
you
I think were you 7th, 6th or 7th?
Not that year.
No, I shit the bed, man. I shit the bed at every Arnold. Now we have to watch this. So let's see how shit I look. It wasn't that bad.
This is just your conditioning or what?
Yeah, I was holding the film because I got scared and I ate a whole bunch of food to try and fill out, and then it just spilled over.
You look big though.
Because I'm like, oh, the Arnold, it's the Arnold. I gotta eat more, and then I just look like shit. Yeah, that's too bad. Anyway, what's done is done. We have to live with it now. I have to hear you tell me about your second place every day. Okay. More importantly, we have predictions. Let's see who shit the bed here. Past results. Come on, where are the past results? Scroll down. Oh, they're there. Detroit Pro. Okay. View. Results. Your results. Fouad, first place again. Equal.
Oh, I won too.
Damn it! What
I'm in first
Where am I?
too.
I
I'm in
thought I had, like,
first
the
too.
Tied with Seth.
I only lost by a half point. I'm happy with that. And then it's 10 points after that down to Ben.
Ben.
Oh,
But
killed
that's
it, man.
but wait a minute. I don't think Ben picked. Yeah, Ben only picked a 10. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Because he never got a chance to come back on. So it's really just between us five. Where is Paul? Not,
How did I do so bad? Let me see my picks. Did you fuck him around with it?
oh, you only got
10.
you only had 10 in here, Paul. What the
I
fuck?
had you beating Sass. Well, I had Carlos in fourth. Yeah, I guess I did shit the bed there.
Where's Mike?
Yeah,
6.
6.
I
Why
was
is
last out of us.
Why is it only showing 10?
Did we look at ours?
Oh no, it's only showing
Okay,
10.
yeah.
Okay, it's only showing.
So that's all of us then. We're fair.
Yeah. Okay. So Paul just shit the bed. Period. Who did you pick?
Oh god.
William James second. That's not bad. Sass third.
Who's gonna eat the fish?
Seth, Ian, and Ben are all gonna eat the fish in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
because they're all gonna be together. So we're
Can I
gonna-
see? Can I see my picks?
Yeah. What did you have here? Let's go up to Ian.
Fucking half point.
William, Sass, James, Ron, Carlos fucked you.
Yeah.
Aaron Golly.
Aaron Golly looked great.
Yeah, he did.
And Justin
Yeah.
Angel. I put him too low. Yeah.
What did we have, Seth?
Seventh.
William, Sass, James, Ron, Carlos fucked me, Aaron,
Yep.
Justin Musial.
Justin.
It's the Aaron Gawley you had one place higher is what got me. I had him 8th and you have him 7th, and that's what got.
Should have had more faith in him, man.
I should have. He looked fucking sick. I gotta give him
Who's
his.
that? You know who had a great physique, just didn't diet down, was Ben Raffaella.
Ben has
Yeah.
a beautiful physique. Yeah.
Well-
He came out and I'm like, motherfucker is complete.
Very
And then
nice
just
X-Friend.
wasn't there.
The other thing me and Ian both noticed is when the lighting is that nice, your fucking tan matters like 10 times more.
Oh yeah. There was a
Because
classic
Ben
there.
because Ben should have been maybe a place or two higher, but because he was so pale, you couldn't really see his physique properly.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same thing with Aaron. Aaron Golly came back at night with like 4 extra coats of tan on.
Fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like it's crazy how like the better the lighting is, the more the tan matters.
I do like I will say that my favorite physique of the show is Hassan.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of.
Fucking wild.
I think a lot of people like who didn't know Sass are now like, holy fuck. They didn't realize how like perfect his physique was.
Incredible.
Yeah, very, very nice. Let's go on to the global results. The winner is Carlos Martinez Koenig, who wins wins a $150 hostile gift card. So I have to get him that.
Can we see his picks? Like, did he
Yeah,
fucking?
let's see
He
his
obviously
pick.
nailed it.
He got William Sass, James.
Oh, see, but this is giving 15 though for him.
No, but
Our scores were based off 10.
why?
Yeah.
Why?
So William Sass, James.
Wait a minute. Why is it doing that? No, because look. Why is it doing that?
Yeah, because like your score's 38, that's 10, 9, 19, 27, 34, 35, 30. Yeah, see, yours is just adding the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it says max available points 10. It should say 15.
Yeah. So we got fucked here a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I got to talk to Pierce about that. Okay.
Because like he didn't even have. Let's see his.
Oh,
Because he had. Oh,
Man, he was pretty good with his top 5 was spot on.
Carlos, Justin Wyatt. Justin Wyatt looked good for his pro debut too, by the way.
no, but like he didn't do that much better than us because like he has James one spot off.
No, it's just the extra 5. It's
Oh no, James is right. Ron Gordon's right. Okay, yeah, he got 3rd, 4th. Aaron was not 5th. Oh yeah, he was 5th. Justin was 6th.
It says here their placings.
Okay, yeah, their placings off.
It says actual placing right here.
Yeah.
So he was 9. He's got that right. Actual placing, he was off by 4 on millage. Walter was right. Raffala, he was off by 1.
Yeah, I mean he did good here actually. Yeah.
Chris Miller looked pretty good too, by the way. I want to say that. Yeah, but look, like max points available 15, so he automatically got 15 points. I only got 10.
Yeah, that's gonna.
I gotta
be way hard.
I got to figure out why that is.
Get ours readjusted.
He wins a hostile gift card. Seth, do you want to add a prize pack to this?
Sure.
What do you want to add?
I don't know. You gave him a gift card. Fuck it, we'll give him a gift card too. Or do you want me to do second place?
$10,000 axe and
Can't do that.
sledge.
Can't do that. Can't do that. Oh, I already took it. It's already gone.
You already took your 10 grand.
What do you want to give him? $50, $100?
I was gonna say, do you want me to do second place, or you just want to give it all to this guy?
No, that's what I'm saying. Do second place.
Oh, we'll give second place. We'll give him $100.
Okay, $100 axe and sledge. Fuck.
What's this person's name?
Gift card. Add. Mike, you want to give $50 gift card? No? Mike's like, no, I don't give it.
If you're not first, you're last.
Second place is Javelt.
Send me whenever if you have all his info, send it to me.
Javelt, if you're watching, send your information to Seth.
Info at axandsledge.com.
What does this add button do? Oh, we can just select. Okay, select. Okay, assign. Good. Assign. Now what? Does that work? Okay. Is that assigned? Oh, yeah, it is assigned. Okay, and then select Javelt. Why didn't it select? Select.
Assign.
Wait, this is second place. Assign. Okay. Javelt. Okay, nice. Okay, let's take a look at the fantasy results. Group mode. Enter. Okay. I'm still winning.
I have no points.
You got a huge lead.
Mike has no points.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Yeah,
You guys are getting smoked.
yeah, that's not right though.
I'm telling you, it's right.
People, don't you have? Who'd you have?
I had William
James.
Oh, you got James.
and I had James.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, you'll have Sergio next week in Vivo as well.
Yeah,
in 2 weeks.
Crushing you, motherfuckers.
It's early in the year. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Paul, you didn't have anybody here, did you?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, is Sergio's doing FIBO?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'll get some points with good Vito though in Brazil.
Yeah, Vito in Brazil, you probably got a win there.
Oh, I got
Seth-
Aaron Gully. Did I have Aaron Gully there?
Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
Did you have Aaron Gully there?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So I got a few
Yeah,
points.
down here
Yeah, you got a
got-
couple points for Aaron.
Yeah. I thought it was supposed to show.
Who have I had here that's picking points?
I thought there was somewhere I could see your points. Like,
Like from the last show.
oh, there it is. Okay. Aaron Gully, you got 9 points for Aaron Gully.
Oh, fuck you.
Huh?
Oh, that's the last show.
These are your last two shows. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got 9.
okay.
You got 5. You got 9 points for Aaron. You had points for Samson and Patrick.
So I should be at 50 though.
Why?
'Cause that's when I added it up in my head, it was 50.
It's not.
36 and 3 is 39 and 9 is
Oh,
48.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I thought that was a 38.
yeah,
Your math's as good as your geometry, man.
Seth,
What do I got?
you are
Yeah,
45
that's
points.
it.
You had nobody in Detroit.
just from Derek.
Who do you got at your team, Mike?
I got Merton,
Oh,
Hunter.
Martin.
Reed,
Yeah,
Hunter.
Oh yeah, your guys.
These are all second.
Come on.
These are all
Late in the year.
second half of the year guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do I got?
Ian has. Ian
Yeah,
had
18.
Sasan had 18 points.
Nice.
Carlos.
Carlos had 6. Yeah, you got some points in both shows.
And
Yeah.
who do I got coming up here for like next year's? Well, I guess I'll have Sasan and whatever he does next. Sasan's going to be good for me this year. That's a good one to pick.
Yeah.
Who else do I got here? Sasan, Carlos, Nathan, Nick. Yeah, fuck him.
That's it.
Rough.
He's
know.
not. He's not
for the
competing.
year.
Not sure where he's competing.
What do you mean? Raf's not competing?
No, I don't
He's
think
got
he's
some
taking the
kind
year
of
off.
some kind of health issue. I think.
And Quentin's going to EDM festivals. Who knows what he's doing? Quentin, buddy, get off the festivals and get to the fucking.
Yeah, get in the
Those
gym. Yeah, okay. All right, we have the Arnold Classic Brazil coming up. We had to make some predictions.
So we're ready to challenge Vito at all.
Add player Fouad, Ian, Mike, Paul, Seth. Add players.
What's the prize money for this show? I'm surprised more guys didn't jump in.
All right, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys.
Unfortunately, I don't know any of these guys except for fucking
Vito,
I don't know
it's the only
any.
one I know.
I had
Nine
to
guys.
I had to search all of them this this when I was putting this together. We should probably I wonder if I can change. It's worth 2 points. Should we reduce that?
Yeah. For that lineup.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? 1.5 points?
Although it is hard to predict because we don't know who anybody is.
Yeah, that's true.
None of us have anyone on their team except for Vito.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's really getting points here anyway, so don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So what are you gonna do? Just like flip a coin and make some picks?
I guess.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
We'll take a look. We'll take a look
Might
at
even
some of
have-
them.
Okay. This is Gil Hear Me. That's Gil Hear Me.
Uh-huh.
yep, Guillermo.
This is Gustavo.
Guillermo.
Gustavo Bico
Guillermo.
has a nice physique, actually. Gustavo Bico. Right here. This is Gustavo Bico.
Oh, yeah, he looks good.
Good shot.
Not
Pretty
bad.
bad.
Big ass fucking arms. Holy cow.
Huge arms.
This is there's no IG handle for Andre Carlo. Marcelo Cruz. The Andre Carlo guy, that's that Nathan Diasha lookalike. I don't know if you guys know who that is. This is Marcelo.
They don't know.
No, it's not. He's coaching these guys, I think. It's this guy right here. Where the fuck did his photo go? It's this guy.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah.
Thick ass back, man. Holy
I'm
cow.
gonna say big fella.
This
Oh,
is him,
fuck,
this
yeah.
is him here.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. I gotta see this from the front. The way,
I know
the way
that-
the front matches that.
That's the problem. I can't. It was hard to find.
Is that him?
This is him here.
Go up.
No, it wasn't. That's not him.
Surprised horses in this show.
These guys make enough money, man. I don't think they care. This is him. This is him from the side. He's good. He's thick. He's thick. I think his stomach looks like it's a little distended, which may be why there's not that many front shots. But he's got a lot of muscle.
Yeah, tons of muscle.
Back's wild.
Yeah, it's surprising. I've never seen somebody's Instagram with no front shots. It's usually the opposite.
Show what you got.
If I had a back like that, I'd be posting nothing but back.
I know,
shots.
but like here's something in the front. There you go.
Okay, it's not terrible.
Quads look a little.
It's like the stomach's a
Get
little
some shape.
stomach's
Get
a little
some shape.
thick. Yeah.
Good.
Catiano. This guy, taller, Chris Miller looking physique.
It looks just like Chris Miller. Yeah.
It's like the Brazilian version. Nice physique though. A little thicker.
There's your thick legs. That
Vito.
was-
We know what Vito looks like.
Edu. This is Edu.
You guys all look pretty good.
Yeah.
And Leandro. This guy's my favorite. He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
this guy.
he's gonna be second place.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go just off the top of my head. I'm gonna go Vito.
I already forgot them.
Yeah.
Leandro.
Do we say that? Do we see David Silva?
David Silva. This is David Silva.
You guys all look pretty decent.
Get that Brazilian the Brazilian gear. Yeah, I kind of forgot what they look like also. So I'm gonna just guess here. Gustavo Bico.
Edu pretty good.
I liked his physique. Edu. Oh, I want to put that Nathan Diasha looking guy in third.
Andre.
Andre Carlo. And I don't know, man. I'm just guessing at this point.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Ian?
Am I next?
Yep.
Okay, well, obviously Vito first. Fuck, I don't even remember these guys. Like the names are all fucking hard to remember. Oh, man, I don't know. Somebody else go. I need to look at these
Hey,
guys.
can I
again.
see Guillermo again real quick? And then I'll go.
Guillermo, where is he?
I'm gonna look at them.
No, that's Catiano.
Yeah.
Where? Oh wait, Guillermo's here. I don't think it's Guillermo, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Guilherme.
That's fine. That's fine.
Listen, you knew what I meant. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be a dick.
Yo, he's
In my
vegan.
head.
This guy says he's vegan.
What? I'll put him last.
Put him last.
It's not gonna peak on it.
Man, that's got to be tough peeking like that, huh? Oh, he is vegan, huh?
On vegetables.
Vegan.
Okay, can you show me, go
Gustavo.
back.
Gustavo.
Oh, that's Gustavo.
Yeah,
I like that guy's look.
that's Marcelo.
Marcelo.
With a crazy back.
It's Catiano.
Show me Edu.
His last name?
Edu. It's that's Vito.
Okay.
That's Leandro.
Yep. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, hit it.
Let's do Vito, Leandro. Go back up so I know their names real quick. Go to their names and I'll go from there. My bad. Scroll up. Their names.
Guillermo.
You're May.
What's the other fucker's name? Gustavo.
Gustavo Bico.
Yep. Gustavo. Back up. Read them names. I can't, I'm too
Yep,
mad to
I know.
remember. Edu. And then from after Edu,
Just guess.
Cristiano.
Catiano.
Yep, that guy. Go
Gustavo
back up.
Bedell.
I love these.
I was
names.
waiting for Gustavo to show up. Oh, that Andre.
Andre Carlo.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the Guillermo guy. I can't pronounce it.
Guilherme.
Can't do it. And then Marcelo, and then David.
Marcelo, David Silva. Minus a row. Okay. Mike.
Vito,
Yeah.
Leandro, is that his name?
Yeah.
Cruz,
Marcelo. Pico.
The Andre Carlio guy,
Andre Carlo.
the Cacciano guy,
Catiano.
Edu,
Edu.
Silva,
Silva.
and Guillermo.
You guys are assholes.
Guillermo.
Paul?
Okay, Vito.
Yep.
Let me see. Let me see. Edu. Again.
No, there's none of that, Paul.
Edu.
We're done.
That's Edu right there.
That's your
Can I
one
see a back
pick.
shot on Edu?
No,
No. This is all you get.
I got one pick. One
Yeah.
shit
this
pick.
isn't the Olympia, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go against the grain here. You guys all love Leandro. I'm gonna go. Let me see Gustavo for a second. Fuad. That
Gustavo.
was the guy with the big back, right?
No.
That's Gustavo.
That's Gustavo.
Yeah, he's not gonna be hurt enough.
Guillermo.
Let's go.
Guillermo.
Oh, he's got big arms. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Guillermo.
Whoa. Curveball.
I spent some time in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Judge a show there once.
I did last year.
This is fucking Brazil. It's not Mexico, man.
All the same stuff. Right?
Same.
Well, once you're down south, it's all the same.
Okay, come on.
He's Mexican.
Go Leandro there.
Yeah.
Then Pico,
Pico.
Edu,
Marcello. I wonder how bad Butcher.
No, I'm gonna put Andre there, then Marcello.
Like you even know.
I like
You don't
Andre's
even-
look.
You don't even know what Andre looks like.
Got a lot of potential. You think he looks like Nathan Diasha?
He does.
Like him.
You want to make
Guy's
a bet?
bald and his guy was bald and he's pale.
How do you know he's bald? I didn't even pull his fucking pictures up, man.
You did, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing with someone else.
I said he doesn't have any photos up. He looks like Nathan Diasha's brother.
Oh, I thought it was the bald guy with the big back.
No.
Catiano
Catiano and David.
and then David Silva.
Okay. Ian, go. Ian, you're up.
Okay, from ninth place, I'm gonna do vegan boy Guillermo.
Guillermo's last.
No vegans place in here.
Because
Working from the bottom up. Oh, that was the vegan?
Yeah.
I might change my pick.
Guilherme.
I might change my pick.
Paul's got him second.
No, take him out a second. I didn't realize that was the vegetarian.
Okay, I'm gonna do
He's in the box. Too late.
Leandro. Big back boy.
Who was that?
That's the guy that's who I think's leading Nathan.
No, it's not. You fucking asshole. Oh, that's Marcelo.
Then I'm gonna do Nathan lookalike.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do the pretty guy that Paul said's not hard enough.
Pretty guy.
I don't know who that is. Pico?
No, that was Marcello. Or no, it was Catiano.
No, it's Gustavo, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Click Gustavo there. He's just at the top. I think it's Gustavo.
That's Gustavo.
Yeah, Gustavo.
Yeah.
Okay, now I forgot the rest. So just do Cacciano.
This is David. This
Okay.
is Leandro we already got. That's Edu. That's Vito. That's Catiano.
Fuck, my picks are all over the goddamn place here. This guy's actually not bad.
Catiano. Edu and Silva.
Yeah, I mean that's not.
I'm gonna trade mine for I'm gonna put Nathan Diasha's lookalike in second. Leandro in third.
Copying me.
No, I didn't.
I like that
You
move.
put Leandro in second. What are you talking about, Mike?
Okay, good. Don't want you
Yeah, I mean
copying me.
that's not what I want, but it's fine. I can't remember it.
What do you want? What do you want? No, we'll go
I would
back.
need like 40 minutes to look through these, bro. I can't even remember. See, I want this guy higher.
Okay. So we'll move David Silva.
Yeah, I want him in. This guy's got to be way higher. Let's put him in third.
Third.
Then move Marcelo down.
Marcelo to 8th.
No, to 4th.
This is Marcelo.
Yeah. I put him 5th and then put the other guy there that I'm missing.
Put Marcelo 5th.
Then move those 2 down.
Edo
at 8th.
Wait a minute. You want me to move Catiano down?
Which one? Yeah.
Catiano.
Okay, sure. And then who do I got left?
Bico.
Okay,
Bico.
cool. Yeah,
Bico.
great. Cool.
1 second, Fouad, can I change?
I'm moving David Silva because he looked good. I'm going to move Guillermo to last.
Can you move them out last on mine too?
I would like to do the same.
Guillermo, if you're watching, it's only because you don't eat meat. It's
Yeah,
not for any other. It's not for any other reason. Okay, what do you want to do, Paul?
Guillermo, number 2 and number 9 swap.
Oh, you're putting Silva in second.
Yeah.
You really like that guy. Okay,
Yeah.
Seth, what do you want to do? Guillermo
Move-
down.
Yep, last. And then I don't know why I didn't think David Silva was good, but I'd like to move him to the 4th place and move everybody else down. So Edo.
Oh God.
Yep, fucking you all up.
Okay, so you're putting Silva here
Yep.
and Carlo, Marcelo.
No, Edu.
Oh, Edu's 5th.
Yeah.
Edu. Look
I
that.
got Catiano.
Sure.
I want to move Catiano.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's enough. We're good. That's it. We're
If
locked.
Catiano gets top 4, I want it on record that I wanted to move him up and you wouldn't let me.
Where do you want to move?
Stricken from the record.
Where do you
Stricken
want
from the record.
Where do you want to put him, Paul?
Swap him with Edu.
Okay, Edu and Catiano. All right. Are you good now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on. All right. Let's knock out some questions. Is there any other news this week that we're missing?
Do you want to talk about Timmy's fucking Sam Sulek comments, or did you talk about that already?
Oh, it's kind of been beaten to death, but Tim Wilkins. No, I don't really want to talk about Tim Wilkins. Tim Wilkins said some shit about Sam and how he's a garbage influencer, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I really think he's just trying to stir up some fucking noise so people will watch Olympia TV because it's such a baseless, nonsensical claim. The guy's literally the best influencer on earth. And he's not
saying he's a bad influencer for kids to take steroids.
Well,
eat bad food.
That goes for every other pro bodybuilder on earth because we were all, if you look at all the great,
especially Fouad.
And I said this, yeah, especially me. If you look at, I said this to him in my response on Buys and Tries. If you look at all the greats, most of the greats, some of the greats, whatever you want to say, that influenced whole generations of bodybuilders, they were 19 and 20 years old when they came on the scene. Yeah. Jay Cutler, Branch Warren, Lee Priest, when these guys were getting their first like chops in the magazines, they were fucking 19 and 20 years old. Ian turned pro at 22. Like these guys inspired a whole generation of teenagers to go, oh, I can turn pro at 19, or I can compete at 19, or I can compete at 20 or whatever. It's not any different. What you said? You what?
We were all those people.
We were those people. Yeah,
to do so.
Yeah. So
that was fucking Tim, the fucking cunt that dude is.
Yeah, it's not any different. It just people now, I think, are upset because Sam has millions and millions of people. But this is the shitty thing. This is the part that really, really bothers me. Someone like Tim should know this. Promoters and people in bodybuilding that are like in the industry are always trying to figure out how to get more people to the sport. So you have this kid, and look, honestly have firsthand knowledge because I've been with him at these fucking meet and greets. You have this kid who's brought an entire generation of kids that have no idea what bodybuilding is. They have no idea who's in bodybuilding. They don't know who fucking Jay Cutler is. They don't know who Ronnie Coleman is. They don't know what competitions look like or how they're done. He's literally their conduit to bodybuilding. It's an entire generation of like 15 to fucking 18-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. And then you're complaining now, but then you're going to complain later when you're like, well, how come there's not that many people competing?
Oh, I
Because-
should wish
how
there was
come-
more viewers on my fucking
yeah.
TV show, even
I
though I'm
wish-
a douchebag.
I wish more people would watch my YouTube channel. And I
You're
wish,
fucking sitting there like an asshole with a fucking suit on, talking about bodybuilding at a fucking desk like you're at Sports
off.
Center. Like, chill out, dude. Like,
No, I
your
just,
life
like-
has taken a fucking left.
Like, here's the thing I started thinking about too with Tip. Sorry to cut you off there.
no, go ahead.
But fuck this dickhead. So, like, he's over there running his mouth about, like, I'm a fucking dad and this and that and crying like a fucking douchebag. But it's like, dude, what do you think? Like, if you were talking about my kid that way, okay, say my 22 or 23-year-old son, and you're running your fucking mouth like that, saying that he's garbage. But if I fucking see you at a show, I might drag you the fuck out and make you look like the cunt that you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, does Sam need someone to stick up for him? No. Sam's a grown man. He's in the industry. You got to have thick skin. Douchebags like this are going to talk shit all the time. However, I'm my own man too. You want to talk shit and be a dickhead, I'm probably going to stick up for my kid if I see you in person.
Right.
That's assault,
That's how-
Seth. That's assault.
I know
know
it.
firsthand.
I go to jail
Well-
and then I'll probably get money and I can do whatever the
Just
fuck I
to-
want.
But just to kind of piggyback off that, I'm not trying to defend Sam. Sam is a man. He's not a child. He's 22 years old. He can fucking drink. He can vote. He can go to war. He's a fucking man.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed because like I hear the promoters and I hear the people with YouTube channels and I hear the people that are selling tickets go, how come there's not more people in the sport? And then here you have this fucking person bringing hundreds of thousands of people or whatever to the sport and you're complaining.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
That's it. He's just trying to make himself relevant.
Anyway, so it's I don't want to beat a dead horse. It was a really, really horrible take.
I don't like him.
It's just another kind of older guy that's jealous. Somebody said he's been trying to get his pro card for 30 years and he's mad because Sam got it on the first try. I don't know if
Oh, he
that,
competes?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I didn't know he competed.
He also took a shot at Sam's like how shitty the show was. That like, you know,
Oh, because he
Why-
could have
why-
won.
But why would you do that? If let's say you're I don't know how old Tim is, 50, 60, I don't know how old he is. Why would you do that? Like me and Paul talk about this all the time. As you get older, you start to mature and you start to like pick and choose your battles and you start to kind of like, you kind of know how to let things roll off your back a little bit. Why would you at 55 years old shit on a 22-year-old for getting his pro card at maybe a weaker lineup than somebody else?
Well, like you said,
Like I do that to Ian all the time because we're best friends.
yeah. I mean, I also won my pro card at the shittiest show ever, and I still ended up being the best bodybuilder on this podcast by a mile. So it shows that it doesn't really matter, Tim, where you win your pro card or how
Exactly.
shitty it is.
It's what you do afterwards.
It's what you do
Tim.
after. Yeah.
Tim. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm glad I teed that up for you. And I wouldn't say by a mile. I would say a slim margin.
Three quarters of a
if
mile at least.
very slim-
800 meters.
slim.
800 meters minimum.
Slim at best.
Half mile.
15-yard head start.
Oh wait, look, this is hilarious. This just came up on my fucking. Can you guys see that?
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
Mr.
Tim.
That's Mr. Wilkin now. He says his quote, my intentions were good. My passion
Get
for
the
the
fuck
sport.
outta here.
now they were good, right? Because you're
Let-
getting shit on.
Let me finish. My passion for the sport led me to some rude and unfair words to Sam Sulik. I definitely apologize to Sam and his followers. Well, whether he's apologizing because he got shit on or apologizing because he came to his senses, it's good that he's at least apologizing.
Yeah.
That's good. It's hard to apologize sometimes when you're fucking,
Fouad never does.
I apologize when I'm wrong. Sometimes.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I'm not usually wrong. That's the problem. I'm really thirsty today. I don't know why.
What are you drinking?
Sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Let's do some questions before we go.
Okay.
I
went and looked at a bike today, Fouad.
What'd you look at?
The
Should we tell everybody where we're going?
yeah,
What'd you look at? Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
the Suzuki version of your bike.
Which one? The Suzuki version of my Ninja?
Yeah, the Suzuki 1000 GTX, whatever it is.
Yeah, don't say it's a version of my. It's not really close.
No, sorry. The version of your non-supercharged version.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same. It's the
Yeah, yeah.
same as the 1000 GT.
What is
That
that?
is the non-supercharged version of yours.
What are you laughing at, Seth?
It goes 300 fucking kilometers an hour.
Sorry, it looks
fast.
the exact same, but it's
Yeah.
a very different like powertrain. Yeah.
You think you're going to ride that for? Is that like going to be your long time, like your long ride bike?
I don't know, because it depends where I'm doing long rides. Like, am I gonna end up renting every time I fucking do a long ride if I'm flying somewhere? Like,
I know.
like from Ottawa, where am I going? Like, I guess I could drive out west, but like I might even still like I don't really know. So then it leaves me like, do I just buy a full fucking sport bike and just fucking rip around town, or do I get? Yeah, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. But I looked at it, and it was fucking nice. I mean,
I wouldn't
it was a
get
brand new one.
So I definitely wouldn't get a full sport bike
Yeah,
because you're going to be tired
super
after
uncomfortable.
after half an hour. You're going to be
Yeah,
"I
no,
don't
this
wanna
looked
go."
nice, and it looked fucking like with the bags off it. It looks like a fucking
Yeah.
sports bike. Like it looks sick. It's
Yep.
low. It's comfortable. Its riding position is a little too much on my hands that I'm like, I don't think I could ride this. Like my triceps would be sore in definitely a couple hours, but I could also put like bar extenders, like rate risers on it if I needed.
Yeah, I got the Road Glide thinking I was going to do long touring fucking rides, and then I'm like, now we just rent fucking bikes
You rent every time.
every time we go anywhere. So yeah,
So
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I looked at it. I liked it. I mean, it's not there. I mean, fucking these kind of bikes are like 15, 18 grand. It's not like buying a Harley. So
Are you going to get it?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
The fuck was that? What happened to your voice?
What happened to your voice?
I don't
Poor
know.
fucking Seth. He's being me right now. I
That's my
don't know.
That's my tentative,
Maybe I should do it.
thoughtful voice. I don't know. I definitely liked it, but yeah, I'm not sure. I got a couple weeks to decide. It's fucking shit here still. So
All right. Well, we have a 40-hour ride to fucking plan for June.
I'm fucking terrified. But this
We're
could be
riding.
awesome.
We're riding back and forth through the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
We're riding through the Rocky Mountains, then through Montana, then back through the Rocky Mountains to California.
Holy smokes.
It's like a 40-hour ride, and then at the end of the 40-hour ride, there's a 3-day ride with the guys in California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how many days you guys?
Are we biting off more than we can chew here?
No.
You sure? A little bit, eh?
This is how adventures happen, though. You bite off more than you can chew, and then you find a way to manage it. It's going to be
scared.
fine.
I'm excited, but I'm terrified.
Of what?
Just that length of drive, being like 4 days in, being like, fuck, I can't finish this, you know?
How can we not finish it? You're sitting on a motorcycle. How can it be
That's
that hard?
true.
And it's going to be crazy scenery. You're never going to get sick of that.
No, it's going to be awesome.
It's not like we're doing 40 hours on like a fucking 3-lane highway.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I wouldn't do that. Anyway,
Should we get a travel agent to plan it for us or what?
no, we're gonna plan it. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. All right. Let's see if we got any good questions here. We gonna talk about Pittsburgh at all? We'll save that for next week.
Yeah.
We got a few weeks still for that one.
Okay. Paul,
Yes.
what is your favorite season and why?
Favorite season is early summer. Well, yeah, I would say early summer because it gets a little sticky for my liking in late July, August typically. So I'll take late June weather. Mid to late June.
Okay.
Oddly specific.
I know, right? Can't just say summer. It's got to be
It gets humid some late
So
like the
between the
middle
week, the second week and third week of June.
Tuesdays through Thursdays in July.
summer. Yeah, well, that's true though.
Seth,
I don't know. Lately, I've been really liking summer. I'm usually a fall guy. I love the fall, but summer with the kiddos, it's a lot of fun in the summer.
to be as annoying as Paul, I'm going to say early fall because it's still kind of
too.
summer. It's still kind of summer out.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Like
I like
leaves,
early fall.
the leaves are still on the trees. It's really good riding weather. It's
Like-
perfect.
Like right around
Like September.
August 31st till about
Second
September.
Tuesday in September.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is nice weather.
Mike, do you have a favorite season?
I'm just gonna go summer. Let's keep it simple. The whole season. As long as it lasts.
Even the humid days, Mike. You like the humid days?
I love it. I love summer.
This guy sits in the fucking sauna every day. He's fine with the humidity.
Yeah, I guess.
I actually am fine with it too now that I'm natural. I don't like.
Yeah, me too. I'm fine. Yeah.
I
I
actually
don't even sweat anymore.
I don't sweat that much anymore.
When it gets
No.
above 30, I don't like that.
You're still on a gas. That's why.
Yeah.
No, just on high dose
Plus, like,
TRT.
Stop cranking your tren in the summers.
The summer
The
cuts,
pool,
you know?
pool body.
Summer cuts, that's right. Yeah.
Paul, do you do a summer cut? Like getting close? Do you like lower the food and change the drugs a bit going into the summer?
It's already begun, Ian. Began Monday morning, as a matter of fact.
The metamorphosis has begun.
Starts early April. Gotta get ready for May, mid-May.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Pool. Backyard.
Okay.
Pool.
Just want to look good in the reflection of those patio doors, you know?
That's right, yeah.
Production of
fat my pool.
production of the show was obviously great. Was there anything you wish you did different to make it better, or do you have any other ideas to make it even better next time? King of Detroit concept was game changing. Paul, do you have any ideas for next time?
No, I mean, me and you talked about a couple things we can do better next year, but it's more like
Logistics.
operational stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had a thought about this. I wanted your guys' opinion on. Part of the reason I think the show is as successful and smoothly run as it is because it's only 2 classes. So I worry, I want to make the show bigger, and I think adding like a women's class next year, maybe a wellness or bikini or something like that, is important. But I also don't want to make the show so big or boring that it gets like, you know how like you guys were there. The energy was super fucking high from beginning to end.
Yeah, it's easier to keep it high when it's not 7 hours long. you know?
Right.
Right. If you add a class that people don't like as much, the energy just goes like you take the energy out of the room. So part of me kind of wants to just keep it as open and classic. We're like, this is our show. It's badass. It's these 2 classes. Everyone loves them. Or maybe add 1 women's class, just make it 3 classes, period. It doesn't grow any more than that.
Yeah, that's what I think too. There is one thing, Fouad, I would change and make it better.
What?
I've been bugging you. I've been asking for this for 2 years. You won't let me do it.
I'm not calling it the Plick.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Click.
The stage.
The Paul Lauzon Classic.
The stage. Yeah. No, I joke about that. The stage.
What's wrong with the stage? Oh my God. It's too slow, Paul.
I ran it by William Bowen. I thought it was a great idea.
That's because William doesn't know how slow it moves.
What?
I think you can still make it look good. I think if you blew it up with smoke and shit and lights.
Guys, I'm going to tell you that. Okay, please. Just let me explain this to them. Where the judges sit currently, that's actually an orchestra pit. And it's on risers, and you can actually like press a button and it goes up and down.
Oh, don't do this, Paul.
So Paul,
Why?
just let me finish so people watching know what I'm talking about. So Paul had this genius idea of putting like smoke machines on either side and putting the bodybuilders out there in the pit and having the smoke go out and then having the pit rise up into the audience so like people can see the bodybuilders rise. What Paul isn't taking into consideration is it takes like a minute for the thing to rise. So like literally you're going to be sitting there watching.
I've done it.
Yeah,
Really?
they have it at other shows. It's horrible.
They did it in a show in Portugal I did, and it was my least favorite show I've ever done.
Why?
Because it's slow and you need to all line up together and go out and stand on this thing forever. And it's like your pump up's all fucked up. It's like, it's not good, man. It's good, maybe a kind of cool for the audience, but I can tell you when the show in Portugal does it, it's not like people all over the internet or the athletes are on social media talking about how cool it was to go up in this fucking riser. No one gives a fuck. And the athletes do not like it, you know?
And honestly, Paul, I might be on your side a little bit if it was at a good speed.
Yeah.
But the rate of how slow that fucking thing moves,
No.
it would take all the wind out of it. Because like you'd see the guy's head. It'd be like this. And people are gonna be sitting in the audience going, okay, man, like
Just tell them to stay as low as they can, as long as
Yeah.
and then stand up.
put on the screen, everyone please duck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you guys convinced me, but I still think it would be cool.
It was kind of a good idea.
Thanks,
It's-
Seth. I knew someone thought it was
It's
a
good
little
in
bit of value
theory.
in
It's
it.
good in theory.
Yeah.
Favorite 80s or 90s action movie? The first one that came to my mind was Predator or Bloodsport.
Right.
Hmm.
The first one that popped in my head was Kickboxer, and
Yeah.
then
All those
Kickboxer,
movies, yeah.
Bloodsport.
Like Terminator.
I used to love
Terminator.
Point Break.
Oh,
Point Break. Was
Oh,
a good movie.
That's good.
Did you want to look like him? Is that why?
Yeah, I
You want to look like
Keanu.
Patrick Swayze? Was it Patrick Swayze
No,
in that?
Keanu.
No, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That's right.
Those are the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers and that.
Johnny Utah. Hmm? Yeah, Anthony Kiedis is in that.
Yeah.
Paul.
It's a good movie.
The Bodyguard. Kevin Costner.
The fuck?
That's not an action movie.
Sure it is.
It's a love
He's a
story.
bodyguard.
It's fucking guarding
romance, bro.
his life.
It's an action movie with a romantic twist.
It's a love story. It's not
It's
an
a love
action
story,
movie.
man.
I don't know. The guy's a bodyguard for a celebrity. That's I don't know. That's a love story. That's an action film.
It doesn't matter what his
No,
doesn't matter what it's-
I must have been a love story too then.
Yeah, right. Mike's whole life was action.
Come on, man. That's not an action movie. Pick an action movie.
Okay. You know, an underrated one I really liked? Red Heat, Arnold.
Oh man.
I think you're just trying to pick things that are different. Nobody likes Red Heat.
No, wait. As I said,
don't know
underrated.
what you're talking about.
Very,
Nobody likes
very
Red Heat.
underrated. Or just Rambo then. I love Rambo.
Oh, Rambo 1 is such a classic.
It was, right? For sure.
I'm going with Paul. I think Paul. Rambo 1 might be my favorite fucking 80s. Yeah, for sure.
My favorite one, though, for
The part where the fucking general goes in there, I'm going to totally butcher the lines, but he's like, you better go get your boy. And he's like, I'm here to save you from my boy. I'm like, I got to watch that part over and over again.
He's like, the man will eat things that make billy goats puke.
Anyway, sorry. Somebody was going to say something. No?
Moving on.
How awesome is it for all the athletes in 2025 to have Gilco footage? Their legacy cemented that at least they achieved one for the history of bodybuilding. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, they're all very happy. Gilco was phenomenal. Paul keeps DMing me that I'm cute.
Paul, what the fuck, bro?
I can assure you that's not true.
Greg Schwenk.
Schwank? I don't DM anybody named Greg Schwank. Yeah, I can't see that shit. Am I following him?
You're in there.
Am I following him? Paul's starting to question it now. He's like, wait, did I?
No, I definitely.
All it says, Paul keeps DMing me that I'm cute.
No, that's not true. It's not true at all. I don't. Greg.
I don't know. Your denial doesn't seem very convincing.
I don't know you, Greg. Maybe there's an impersonator out there.
Would you rather have the ability to relive one specific day in your past whenever you want, or see one specific day in your future in full detail?
I'd rather go back to the past.
I want to see the future.
Well, if I could see the future beyond what my life would be, I would take that. But if it's during my lifespan, I don't care.
What do you mean beyond what your life would be?
Like, look, if I
it's
could
going to
see
be
1,000 years into the future, I'm picking that all day. But if it's like between,
No, it's your future. A day of
Yeah,
your
exactly.
future.
Your future. You'd be
Exactly.
dead. You wouldn't know
That's
anything.
what I'm saying. So I would pick the past then. Yeah.
No, I'm still picking the future. I want to know what's going on in my life 10 years from now.
Yeah, kind of.
Your best years are probably behind you, though.
Well, that's a very.
What if you could go back?
Wait.
What if you could go
I mean, like,
What if you could go back
grim,
and have
bro.
like a fucking, you'd have like a bender, like a college days bender, and you wake up the
man.
next morning. You wake up the next morning back in your own body. You're just like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, that is a really grim look at life, Paul. You're like, the best days are behind you, so I might as well just die.
because we're getting older.
But that's what I
So?
want to know. That's why I want to know what one day in my life 10 years from now looks like. I want to know if it is, maybe you're right. Maybe this is the best. And I'm like, okay, well, that means I can go do a bunch of coke and fucking ride my motorcycle at 300 miles an hour because the best is already behind me.
Now, what happens if you warp into a time that you're dead?
Yeah, I was just going to
That's
say.
exactly the point. Let's say I go 10 years. I set the dial for 10 years, one day 10 years from now, and I'm already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
That-
nothing.
Yeah, but that's
you
great,
go
though.
you go to the future and it's just all of us sitting here like with canes, like hey,
No, it's all of you sitting here, and I'm not here.
there's fucking kids and these fucking
No, that's even
Fucking
better.
Sam Sulek.
I knew him when he was this big.
I'm for sure going future because then I come back and I can live crazy because I'll be like, I'm gone in 10 years anyway.
Okay. I thought you meant.
crazy. You can live crazy right now. Just fucking wing it.
Just wing it, bro.
Yeah, but I can be even crazier if I know, like, I'm going to be gone anyway. So fuck it.
Or you,
What if
or you would,
what if you knowing that you come back and that alters your future?
yeah,
Ooh.
and you live really
Because that's
like,
your future.
tentatively.
The path you're on now, that's your future. But if you find out something and now you alter it, now you have a different future. You know
No,
what I mean?
no.
So it's
Or-
like if you
or-
mess,
or that
if you
version
mess,
is
if
always
you come back with knowledge thinking like oh man, like look how things turn out. I'm gonna come back and just fucking rip fucking lines every day and go crazy because I don't give a fuck. But that alters your trajectory of where that future was.
And then I live
Because
longer.
But you could also
No,
look
you
at it
won't
from the
live.
perspective
If you
of
went crazy,
that
you're not gonna live
version.
longer.
It
You're like,
might go. You never know.
Maybe I avoided the situation that killed me because I did
Yeah.
a bunch of blow and it got me away from whatever I was doing.
yeah, maybe.
See, it's a solution to everything. Do more blow.
Yeah.
Seth, are you going back or forward?
I'm going forward for sure.
Yeah. I want to know what's going on ahead. I already been there, done that in the past.
I mean, if I could see it 10 to 15 years, yeah, I'm in. I want to see it.
Know where I'm going?
Where? You're going to your second place, Arnold win? Your second place. Wait. Second place, Arnold loss.
Second place at the Arnold.
Second
I'm
place.
just going to
You're
come
going to
back
your,
every time and be like, hey, know where I was yesterday? Second place at the Arnold.
I'm going to go to Orlando.
The time you
right?
came ninth.
Where I'm going to go to Orlando where I spanked your ass.
Spanked a 17-year-old.
Remember when I beat you? Oh yeah, that was
When I
yesterday.
was 14 and a half years old.
Remember I beat you again? Wait, when would I beat you again? I'm gonna go to all the days where I beat you and then come back.
Yeah, all two when I was 16.
Okay. Top 5 favorite UFC fighters from each of you. Mine is GSP, Khabib, DC, Mighty Mouse, Crow Cop. I don't know my 5 favorite fighters. I'd say George St. Pierre, John Jones, Anderson Silva,
I was a big Liddell fan.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Vanderlei was cool as shit.
Vanderlei Silva. Yeah. Remember him in Pride? He would stomp on people's heads.
Yeah.
Vicious.
Nate, go Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is probably 5 for me.
So many
pretty
great
good. Pretty
Anybody
good.
else?
Nope.
Go Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, Vitor Belfort,
Mm.
and even though he wasn't one of the best ever, Tank Abbott, but because I loved watching that dude fight.
Yeah.
Like you think back when they were in their prime and when you started watching UFC, that was cool shit.
Yeah.
You know who's one of my favorite guys, but he didn't. He only fought in I think one UFC. Remember Chemo? He fought Royce Gracie.
Yeah, and he took him out.
Is that
He
the
hurt
really
him.
is that the really big black guy?
No, he was like Hawaiian.
Hawaiian guy with like a braid out the back, and he hurt Hoist. He had to pull out of the tournament.
He came
up to the octagon, and he's like, I'm the one reason why he didn't make it.
And remember, he was carrying a cross on his back when he came into the ring.
Yeah,
The guy was fucking nuts.
I wish I watched more of the original UFCs. I didn't start watching until
Shit was wild.
I probably didn't start watching until George St. Pierre. It was like when he was first started coming up. That's when I started.
Robbie
watching.
Lawler's fucking awesome too. He's so underrated. Robbie Lawler's awesome.
I always put Robbie Lawler and Nick Diaz kind of in the same category of fighter.
Savage.
All right, Paul, why did you chicken out of the race? Thanks for saying a nice prayer before finals. You know what, Paul? I think that should be our tradition from now on. You never know what to say. Like when I go up and I thank the crowd for being there, you never know what to say. Now that's your thing. Now you're going to say a prayer.
Caught me off guard on that one too.
Yeah, but you nailed it.
Well, no, I don't feel like I did. I started out good. And then
Started off good. It kind of trailed off at the end.
That's typical ball fashion.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Let's just hope we get through this. Fuck.
It's the middle and the end of the prayer I need to work on. The beginning is good.
The best part of it, though, is when I said, Paul, say a prayer for us, the crowd went crazy. So they all were in on the joke. It was fucking awesome. So
yeah, I don't. Did I hear me when I said "fuck you, Fouad"?
Yes.
I don't know if
Heard you. And then when you said "dear leader," people fucking loved it.
Yeah. Why did you chicken out of the race?
Didn't chicken out. It was raining during the day when I wore my running shoes, and then in the evening when there was time, I had dress shoes on. So and I had pants on that were binding, so I couldn't.
People at the meet and greet were like,
restricting.
I saw Paul has his hokas on. Like he's
I
in
did
it.
in the morning.
Like,
I was
they were
ready in the
bugged.
morning. Yeah, we had you had the idea that we should have did it in the hall.
I wanted to do it in the meet and greet because I'm like we could form like for sure people would have lined up on both sides and you guys could have ran. It's like 20 yards.
Would have been like
20
Fast and
yards.
the Furious, you know?
Yeah, that would have been. I would have agreed to that. So
no, you didn't. I said it. You said no. I don't want to.
But after the day too. It wasn't ideal conditions, but I am willing to go through with it at a future date.
All right. What are the three best toppings on a burger, Mike? You can go first because you're the Mike. You're the burger.
Ketchup.
You're the foodie.
You're the foodie of the group.
Cheese, mustard, and ketchup. That's it. That's all I get.
I'm gonna say
And bacon. Bacon if you're gonna add. toppings.
Is bacon a topping, you think? It's another meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Topping. It's a topping.
It's a topping because you're putting it on top of the burger.
It's such an American. It's such an
Would it be a
American
topping on
thing.
pizza?
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's put this pig on top of this cow.
Stack the animals.
Put a fucking egg on it too. why don't-
Yeah.
Oh my god! Did you see this bodybuilding box he just posted 29 seconds ago?
No, what is it? Let's see.
Go to it. It's because we were just talking about it. Go look at it. It's fucking funny. It's a good picture. Fuck, we both look good.
Is it? Let's take a look together here.
I look great in that picture. Why can't you play something like that with me, Fouad? Look at my delts and pecs.
Paul destroys Ian in the 40-yard dash. You won't believe the upset.
April Fools.
Whose physique is that, Paul? What the fuck?
That's mine.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yes,
not.
that's an accurate depiction, not the ones that you put up. Look at my quads.
I look so jacked and athletic. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I gotta repost that.
This looks like Eric Janicki's physique.
That's me.
But I don't know who this is, though.
You don't think my delts look like that, Fouad, or my quads?
Paul's just tendons left. You know?
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh. That's me. That's me and you both.
Tendon on bone.
Sinewy. I call it sinewy.
Cadaver.
Gristly.
Who do you guys think has the best personal gym? I don't really know everybody. I mean, I
Chris,
guess
for sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that is his personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Chris Sampson's is
I
pretty
mean,
nice.
wait. Urs, have you seen Urs's gym?
No.
He just made it. There's some pictures of it. It looks like a commercial gym. It's fucking
That's
sick.
his personal gym.
That one is that's his private gym. It's fucking sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
I don't know if equipment wise it's quite as stacked as Chris's, but it looks really fucking nice.
If each of you had to pick one highlight top moment of the Detroit Pro for you, what would it be?
What top moment?
For me, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. There was a moment during the Matt and William pose down where the crowd was kind of going fucking crazy. And I just kind of took a minute and I looked around and I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome. Like everybody backstage, like I think I remember like Seth, you were there, Ben was there, Paul, you were there. And then there was like the trophy girls. But everybody backstage was like as excited to watch it as everybody in the audience. And there was just like I just remember looking around going, this is fucking crazy. So it was just a snapshot moment. But anyway.
I had a moment when Sadiq first announced the pro show, when he did a little speech there about Detroit and what the show meant to him and stuff like that. I had a little moment there where I was a little.
Yeah,
he did a good job.
I was going to kill him during that moment.
Why? I thought it went too long.
I'm not one for those kind of things.
Oh,
he did good though. He did a good job.
I thought it was really, really well done. And I'm glad people received it well. But when we were doing, like me and you were doing the commentary, and I was like, I always feel like this is just a me thing. I always feel like I'm wasting everybody's time. So I'm like, I just want to get the show on the road. Like, people want to watch the show. Just get the show started, right? And
he did a good job to set the tone. He set the tone.
Listen, looking back at it, he did. In the moment it was happening, I was like, fuck, I hope this doesn't take too long. And then it kind of dragged a bit for me. So I was like, but I'm always a little panicky that we're wasting people's time, and I don't want to do that. So I want things to go.
Probably
right?
Unpack that in therapy, Fouad.
Yeah.
That's called
the topic for tomorrow.
That's imposter syndrome. That's called imposter syndrome. You should probably unpack that a little bit.
I thought it was great. I thought that was a good moment. I thought it did kick the show off. He did a great job.
I thought Sid. I not only I think Sid is the best MC in the industry.
I agree.
By far, because he has the tempo of a David Bay. He has the voice of a Bob Ciccarello, and then he adds his own twist to both of those things.
Yeah,
he knows the sport.
He's very eloquent. He knows how to speak. Like, he's good. Yeah.
He did a good pronunciation job with everyone as well.
Yep.
Listen, I think Sid is a real professional. Like he was contacting me before the show. Like, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Like, can we meet on this? When should I be there? This for that. Like he was really like on every detail.
Yeah, prepared with all like the notes on the competitors, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good. Seth, favorite moment.
I was going to say the same thing with you, like the Grego Bonac, like when it was happening,
Yeah.
the crowd was fucking intense.
Yeah. There was
It
a
was
moment. Yeah, there was a moment. Sorry, I just wanted just one thing too. Caught me. When we were all out there throwing stuff in the audience.
Oh,
I had another snapshot moment because I looked around, and Martin and Samson were out there with us. You were out there with us. It was me, Paul, and Ben were out there. The two trophy girls had come out, and everybody had something in their hand, and the crowd was doing this.
Dude, I was
And I'm
sitting in
like-
the crowd. The crowd was going nuts, and you guys were like pelting fucking Gilcos, like $100,000 worth of equipment, with fucking beaker bottles. They're flying over my head, like hitting cameras. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are these guys doing?
You're lucky I didn't have my t-shirt cannon. Fucking
Yeah.
I was underhand throwing the
Oh, yeah.
shakers because I was like, I don't want to drill anybody with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were flying, bro. Shit is hitting fucking all the shit behind us. It was crazy.
Sid was throwing shit out there too.
Sorry, go ahead, Seth.
No, that was it. It was, dude, from beginning to end, it was a really fun show. The night show was like you were worried, like, because you were like, oh, let's speed it up, let's this. And it was like, dude, it was, if you were sitting in the crowd, you were like, I could continue to watch this show.
For
I
sure.
could sit here for another
But
30,
you know what?
45 minutes easy.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of two classes. It's
For
like
sure.
you can leave people wanting more.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like
For
it's
sure.
yeah,
Maybe it becomes an invitational one day. So keep the
give the numbers
classes to a
down.
certain-
Yeah. Ian, anything?
I don't really have like a specific moment. I mean, I just enjoyed the whole weekend. I mean, it was awesome. I got to do the commentary. I got to hang out with you guys. I mean, it was just a fun day. I mean, I don't really have like one specific moment that stands out. I mean, I have like a bunch. I mean, there was, like those guys competing. In the like King of Detroit, there was Martin and Samson posing down together. The crowd was pretty fucking hyped for that. Like just sitting in the crowd and like feeling the energy of it while I was doing the commentary was really fucking awesome. I mean, even like we were just talking about when you were throwing all the shit in the crowd, people were just fucking excited to be there. And it's like, people get excited for free shit always, but it was different than that. It was like people were just like, it was just like a really good crowd that like really cared about being there and like was really supportive of the athletes. You could tell that with Ron Gordon's like musicless posing and like everything was just went well. Like I just enjoyed the whole thing. The whole thing is the highlight for me. I don't have like a moment,
Well, one of the things I really appreciate that I don't know if other promoters get this in other cities, but like a lot of people came up to me and they're like, "Thanks for bringing bodybuilding back to Detroit."
Yeah.
I'm sure you got that too, Paul. Like,
Oh yeah.
so
quite a bit.
I think the fans there really wanted something like that. So
yeah.
I want to show this really quickly because I'm like, I don't know how this is humanly possible. No, I got my wrist.
yeah.
Oh,
Too much.
yeah.
This, not this. Look at this motherfucker.
Fuck.
Okay, 223 for
I did
people-
better than that too.
Okay, I know. For
Did
people
you?
for people watching, that instrument that Ian had measures the strength of your grip, and he got a 223. Now watch the rest.
234 was my best. Just want to let everyone know that.
Shut up, Ian.
What was the next best?
Martin.
So that was Ian at 223.
Oh fuck, bro.
Martin at
170. That's way
179.
179.
That's a crazy number.
Yeah. Everyone else is like 120, 130.
Alexis
Oh shit.
She killed all the girls by far.
110 to 112.
We got some high numbers that would be here.
I believe it, yeah. Damn.
What do you get?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, let me try that.
I was like, oh my god, he's close to me.
What was it? 127.
127.
234.
The highest I got was 142.
Look at Seth's face.
You could crush walnuts with those hands, yeah.
Oh, I can't. My forearm hurts. No, I got my wrist. This, not this.
I've
Mark
never
did get
seen
a lot of
anybody
that.
get over 200. Never on all the people doing them.
I
I've
didn't even
never
know that thing
seen-
existed. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Either.
That's-
Mike, your favorite moment? Even though you're only there for an hour? Fucking guy, you left at like 7 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck?
I gotta get home, dude. No, it was just meeting a few certain people at the meet and greet. One of the guy who was actually in your show that I feel really bad for getting his name right now. He beat cancer.
Oh, Walter
Remember the
Martin.
game?
Walter
Walter.
Martin.
Nice
Yeah,
Walter.
that
Yeah.
dude. I was talking to that dude at the
He's good
table. And
shit.
just,
Great, great guy.
just listening to him and fucking, it was inspiring as shit, dude. Just like he was kind of ragging on everybody for putting him in last, but he thanked me. I didn't put him in last. He said, he's like, I own a gym. He's like, I own a gym, and all my fucking customers were like, send me the clip of that, me and last. He's like,
Really?
He's like, and I guess Nick, you guys put his physique up, and Nick was like, I've seen enough. And all his clients were sending it to me. He's like, man, that fucking gut motherfucker. He's like,
He looked
it's
really
so
good.
fun when he's like, it's fun. He's like, I watch the show and I see when other people go through. He's like, when they're talking about you, you're like, holy fuck, man.
It hurts.
I was like, yeah.
And Walter told me he gets together, like him and a bunch of people at his gym get together and they have like watch parties of Bro Chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's a cool
and,
dude, man.
And we're
Yeah, he
putting him in, he's with a bunch of people. We're putting him in last. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So I
But-
actually,
Go ahead, Seth.
no, I was going to say I used to, whenever I lived in Cleveland, I trained with Walter.
Okay.
Like I
Oh,
knew
yeah?
whenever before he really got into bodybuilding, whenever he was just like he looked good. Like it was in probably 08.
Yeah.
09.
He has a nice physique.
Oh,
and,
wild.
and I gotta say, he was probably one of the better conditioned guys in the show. Like
Yeah,
when he
great.
when he pulled his fucking lats, man, he had fucking feathered lats. Like
Yeah.
the only thing I thought was he looked a little flat.
Yeah.
Like his glutes looked a little droopy, but not because he was out of shape. It looked like he was just a little empty.
Mhm.
So I wonder what he would look like. I wonder how he feels like 3 days later after eating. I bet you he looks fucking crazy in the gym. But yeah, nice physique. When's the fish challenge? That's at Pittsburgh. When did you boys know it was time to retire from the stage?
When Fouad was just tendon and bone.
When I had nothing left. When I had torn a muscle in
triceps-
every quadrant of my body, I was like, okay, I'm not hanging up.
His triceps are at his delts.
Yeah, I guess for me, I'll tell you the truth. There's a period in your career where you look really, really, really awesome. And then, or at least what you think is awesome for you. And then there's a period shortly after that where you're like, oh, I think that was my best ever. And when that happens, then you're like, you start thinking about when you're going to hang it up because you're like, I don't know how everybody else feels about it. There's a really like reflection point you go through where you're like, okay, that was my peak. And then you're like, I'm never going to get back there. So what's next? And then you start to think about and plan on what's next because if you can never get back to your best, that kind of hinders you and it sits in your brain at all times. You're like, I don't know if I can get back there. And it starts to fuck with your training. It starts to fuck with your mental state. And so bodybuilding no longer becomes fun because we're all doing this for the same reason. There's a real joy in progression. And when progression is no longer possible, the joy is suddenly removed from what you're doing. At least that was my perspective on it.
Does it take a little while to come to that realization? Like you find, like for some guys, they spend a year or two spinning their tires trying to get it back, and
Yeah, I
finally-
mean, look, I didn't retire. I did the 2017 Arnold, which I looked horrible at. I was 37. I didn't retire till I was 20 because I thought I might go back to the stage like for 3 more years, and then I kept on pulling out of shows, or I'd get injured and I'd pull out of a show. And so finally at 40, I was like, okay, or I don't remember how old I was. It was 2020. I think it was 42 maybe or 41. I don't remember. I was like, okay, it was 2020. And I'm like, I'm retiring now. I'm done. I'm officially retiring. But even after the official retirement, it still took me a couple years to get over it.
yeah,
And then even now, I'm over it. But being in the gym with Ben and Samson on the weekend, it was a little depressing for me, I got to tell you. Because there was a period of time where I could have buried them in the gym, if not at least kept up with them. And now I'm like, I can't do anything they're doing. So there's still, that old shit comes back to you sometimes, but I don't know anybody who just leaves and doesn't think about it anymore. Like even I listen to Chris's YouTube videos sometimes and he's like, I just saw a thing where he was like, yeah, I went away and I was away from like all the structure of my diet and this and that, and it started to fuck with me. So I'm kind of going back to it. That's missing the lifestyle.
right.
Whether you miss the stage or not, you always miss the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So anyway, Seth or Ian, any comment? Mike, any commentary on that? No?
I just knew I was done when I was done. I never.
But what
I got
triggered?
hurt. I tore my pec, And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna come back from that. And then I just kind of got more into like working and making money and training people. And I was like, I was real with myself. And I'm like, even if I come back, like I'm not that good to begin with. So why am I racing so hard to get back to something that it's not going to pay my bills, right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to like get me somewhere. So I need to focus on stuff that actually gets me money and moves me ahead in life, where I was just kind of sitting still when I was bodybuilding because I was not making money bodybuilding and I wasn't in a foreseeable future that I would be. So I was like, this is like, it wasn't a sad thing for me. It was like, I'll still be a bodybuilder. I'm still going to take juice and lift hard and be big and all this stuff. But it's like, I'm just not going to go on stage. And it's like, well, I did that for most of my life. So what's the difference?
Right.
There's no like missing it or anything like that. I never think to myself like, oh, I just love to get back on stage again. I could really care less.
Yeah.
Just no desire.
Seth, anything?
I think you did a good job of explaining it. That's something that the end part where you just go through it and figure out like, is it really over? And then I people that criticize, retired athletes of wanting to go back into it or just kind of still living that way, like, yeah, like that's how we became who we are. But no, me personally, like whenever I first, in 2012, it was personal life. That's when it was over. It was just like, fuck, this sucks. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. I was super young and very immature, from a mentality standpoint. So,
well, you had a couple kids too to think about, so it's a little different.
Yeah, but that's just life,
No,
life.
but I'm just saying you had other factors to consider. I just had to consider myself and my own feelings. You had two people relying on you.
Yeah.
So there's some other decisions that go into like other things that factor into your decision making at that point.
Yeah, money. You got to make money. And I was making money as a bodybuilder, getting mailbox money, and then all of a sudden that stops, and you're like, "Fuck, I got to figure everything out." But I mean, I like we were talking like the whole everything. This is why we love the sport. I will always love bodybuilding. I will always love it forever.
Yeah.
Well, actually found since like the last year or so, since I've gone back mentally to like being in the mind state of like meal prepping and being conscious of what I'm eating and going back into that mindset, it's actually brought me a lot of peace in my life and a lot of like calmness, because I'm just like, I'm in a groove where I just do what I do, and I incorporate things that are more not bodybuilding based, but I'm doing like tons of cardio, boxing, sauna, like eating well, doing all this stuff, and I just find myself a lot calmer. And I wouldn't have the ability to do that if I hadn't bodybuilded. Because I can understand that framework and get in that mindset, but I still have the freedom of being like, if I want to have something, I'm just going to have it. But like, I like to be in this program of just being in this groove, right? So
I'm a little jealous of you and Seth that way. Iain still lives more like a bodybuilder. I would say Iain too, but Seth and Mike, you guys seem like you found a really nice balance of like, I can have a snack, but I'm eating my meals and I'm doing some cardio. Like you're always there's no this. It's kind of like, it's more like this, but you're still in this.
It was like this for me for fucking
a
long time.
I know that, but in the last year, I've noticed you've become more like Seth, where your up and down is still in this one little area, right? They're not big peaks and valleys. It's very, very small peaks and valleys. So you're very stable. That's something I aspire to do, because I still can't seem to figure out just that middle ground where you're happy and you're not dieting or binging. I'm always stuck in between the two somewhere. Iain, any thoughts on it?
On what part?
When you knew to retire? Well, you're not fully retired anyway, but
no, I'm retired. But it's
no, you're not.
It's different for me. Obviously, I mean, mine was such like a mental state thing more than anything. I mean, I retired early, and like I won the last show I did, so it wasn't like I was like. Do I think I was still at my 100% best? No. I mean, I was probably my best like 21, 20, whatever, but I was still a good bodybuilder. I think I could have been better than I was my last show and kept doing well for sure. I think I could still do well today. But I'll be completely honest. I was like really fucking depressed, like I was like really unhappy with my life and like, just like scared of my future. And like, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't like my appetite and digestion was like gone. I was like having fucking panic attacks, like to the point I thought I was having heart attacks like on a regular basis. I was just like a scared, nervous, depressed wreck that like really didn't know where the fuck like my life was going with everything. And I was like scared of what, like, you know, I've had always great health in bodybuilding, and I'm very fortunate to have had so, but even with it being perfect on paper, I was like living in this constant state of like, I'm gonna die at any minute, and it like controlled me. You know, it was like this weird state of like constant fear and anxiety, and it sucked all the joy out of like the things that made me love bodybuilding in the first place. Like I stopped loving the training. I stopped the diet, just felt like so much work. Like I couldn't sleep well. So then I was fucking tired. I was sleeping all during the day, and then I didn't feel good when I was training. And like, I was just in this place, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here right now? Like I need to get away from this and just like get my fucking mind right, you know? Like, so yeah, I mean, obviously, and then Melissa and I want to have kids, and I, you know, didn't want to be trying to fucking do this process when I was like 45 years old or some shit at the end of a career. So I mean, there was a lot of factors that kind of came into play, but it was mostly just like for my fucking mental well-being, man. I was very, very, very depressed and very unhappy, like at the fucking end of a rope there, and I was just like, I need to make some changes in my life, or this is not going to be good times, you know.
Thanks for throwing in that 45-year-old piece, by the way. That made me feel really good.
Well, you retired before 45.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to do what you're doing now at 45.
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I mean, look, the thing is, I probably wouldn't have come to a lot of these realizations if I didn't have you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of the things that talking to you guys that have gone and are a couple years ahead of me in this journey is like probably given me a lot more insight than I would probably had if I was just like living it on my own. You know,
I
probably would have stuck it out, still trying to compete when I'm fucking depressed and fucking anxious and scared and all this thing, but I wouldn't like have anyone to like kind of have more insight and like having lived it in some ways, especially you, Fouad, like we have a lot of similar things in our journey in bodybuilding. So I think having people that I could discuss that with was very valuable for me, for sure. You know?
Yeah, I've thought that before. I thought to myself, you're kind of a product of your environment. And I think, you know, you're obviously have become closer with like me and Mike, and Seth has obviously become part of our group recently, but the last few years, you know, I thought me and Mike maybe had something to do with you retiring, because you're like, hey, these guys are still living happily and they're still making money and they're still doing their thing. And like,
yeah, it definitely made me, yeah, sorry to interrupt. It definitely made me a lot less scared. I mean, like to, you know, because for sure, you guys, I mean, you know, too, like the end of a bodybuilding career is a very scary time. You're like, what the fuck is my life going to look like? Is all my money, I'm going to have to figure out completely what I'm going to do with the, you know?
Yeah.
But when I saw you, especially like, you know, still so heavily involved with like your supplement brand and like the podcast and like going to the shows still and like doing all these things, I'm like, all right, there is some way, at least for the, like, look, do I want to be doing what I'm doing forever? No. But do I think for the next foreseeable future that this is a way I can still live in a world that I really, really am passionate about and really love, and but not be on the competitive stage and still make a good living? And you guys obviously gave me that, you know, kind of framework for that in some sense, you know?
Well, I think going back to balance of diet, I think the one thing I have found is balance in work, because I feel like I'm able to still enjoy bodybuilding, but I'm not trying to kill myself to do it. I just found a different way to enjoy it.
Yeah. And that's,
I mean? Like,
that was a big thing for me. I mean, like I said, I didn't even like to train anymore. And when I realized that, I'm like, I literally started bodybuilding only because I like to train. Like I didn't even really like going on stage that much. Like I didn't practice posing, like all this shit. Like I was literally a gym bodybuilder through and through. Like I just loved the process of like the challenge, like and the physicality. And when I didn't even enjoy that, I'm like, what even in the fuck am I doing here right now? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really needed to like get back what was like the initial love of bodybuilding, and where I was at, that was going to be impossible, you know?
Did Paul know he was going to be giving a pre-show prayer, or was it a freestyle?
No, it was freestyle. They're all freestyle.
Off the top of the dome, bud.
No, the whole thing was freestyle. I didn't know I was going to ask you to do it. I just thought it was I thought it was very fitting, because I'm like, I spoke a little longer than normal, and I'm like, he's not going to have anything to say.
Well, before we went out, you said to me, "You're like, do you want to talk?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to talk." And you were like, "Okay, good, because I want this one. I want to talk a little bit longer this time." I was like, "Yeah, no problem."
Well, I wanted to thank all the sponsors and stuff, and I knew it was going to be a little bit longer, so I was like, okay, cool. That means I can take my time. But then I felt bad because I wanted you to say something, so I was like, he's got to say a prayer. It's just fitting.
Yeah. Well, usually typically at our show, I'll just say, "Well, Fouad kind of said it all. Thanks for coming." That's pretty much all I say.
Okay, one more. Oh, that's a deep one. Fuck that. How does Seth feel about being the internet's favorite dad at the moment with the video of him and his son benching? That's pretty
wild.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It was on ESPN, Seth.
Yeah, they put it on.
Was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it wasn't on the page. They put it in their stories. They hit me up like it. The video went viral, and like my DMs were. I mean, they're still out of control.
Really?
That's awesome.
I didn't know that.
50 million views on that.
No way.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it was everywhere.
Way to use your kid. Way to use your kid.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I just wanted to be like, hey, like,
Get him to hold a fucking tub of Axis Sledge next time.
no, I
That's
mean,
awesome.
he's always with me. Mike, I always have one of the kids with me. I've always had him with me, but like with him, like we go into the gym and he takes his shirt off immediately. He's just like a dude. So I was like, I wanted to get a picture of us so I could do like a carousel swipe.
Yeah.
Like, so of him like with me, like behind me or something.
Yeah.
And then he just got into it immediately. And I'm going at it. I'm like, this is fucking insane that I have this on camera right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll see if he can grab the bar. And he was moving the bar as I'm benching, but it was super cool.
That's
it's
awesome,
good.
man.
I think that, whenever something like that happens, like, with all the, like, I don't know, with the Tim Wilkins stuff and like the clickbaity, anything to get attention, it ends up being negative. Like, I hate it. And I was like, I like wholesome shit, like whenever I'm scrolling and I see something wholesome, I'm like, oh man, this makes me feel good before bed. Anytime during the day, I just like it. So for something like that I had go viral from a wholesome standpoint, like, dude, that made people's lives better for a little bit. Like, they shared a moment with their significant other, or they were going through a hard time or anything. Like, there's that moment that they
or Seth, somebody looked at their kid and they're like, what the fuck, man? How come you don't do that shit? Some dad looked
even better.
Some dad looked at his kid. He's like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You never do that for me.
Or some kid looked at his dad and be like, Dad, why don't you work out?
Dad, why are you fat? You might have ruined a whole bunch of days too.
Kick him right in the ass, get him back to work.
Okay. Last one. Favorite canned fruit, canned vegetable, canned protein, and canned soup. I don't really like canned anything except for soup, maybe.
I used to eat a lot of canned tuna.
Canned protein. Who eats canned protein?
No, I used to eat a lot of canned tuna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean canned protein source? Yeah. Okay. Tuna, I guess. Yeah.
Canned chicken.
Protein source?
Tuna.
Can't just be anything in a can?
The Vienna sausages.
I like canned
sardines.
Peaches are good.
Oh yeah.
Canned peaches or pineapple I like for sure.
Yeah, pineapple.
Oh, beans.
Oh, I can't do canned pineapple. Canned peaches, I could do.
Peaches are really good.
I don't want to do canned beans. Come on. Really?
On pizza, canned mushrooms are better.
I knew you're going to say this. Paul found this out. Yeah. Paul found this little fact out a little while ago from one of the cooks at one of the pizzerias, and he just running with every time he gets a chance. He's like, make sure you get the canned mushrooms. I'm like, it's not true.
It is true. There's a reason why. If you put fresh mushrooms on a pizza, they'll burn. No, canned mushrooms have moisture in them. They will burn.
Depends on the thickness of the mushroom.
Right.
And the moisture content and the hyper.
Out of a can, they're usually
but they also taste like rubber out of a can. So it's like,
I don't know.
Not when they're baked into a pizza with cheese and sauce and.
Oh, it changes the texture of the mushroom.
I mean, I'm gonna assume most pizzas you've had at like good pizza places are probably using canned mushrooms.
No, not all.
No, not true. At a like authentic pizzeria place is probably using fresh mushrooms.
Yeah, and then it burns and it's shit.
Yeah, because that's how they. You're right. Because the best pizza places
don't
know what they're doing.
Over here.
The best pizza places don't know what they're doing, but the guy at Arcana does.
Our Antoninos.
Whatever. All right, we'll end on that. Paul, say a prayer for us and leave the mushrooms up.
All right. Let us bow our heads. Dear leader, this weekend was a success. Very relieved that it was, and I didn't fuck up any of my duties, which I was really happy about. It was great to get everybody together. All of our friends were there to support and hang out. All of you guys. Fouad's kind of the creative genius behind the show.
Well, thank you, Paul.
You are, Fouad. I got to give you credit where you do.
I appreciate that.
Don't discredit your lift idea, Paul.
I am about that. The which idea, Mike? Sorry. Right. Yeah. Well, there's you go. Right. I'm praying that one day Fouad will let me use the lift, even if it's just to raise him and I from the bottom of the stage to address the crowd, maybe. I think it'd be cool. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great show. Happy about that. Great to see everybody. Congratulations to all the winners, everybody who came. Thank you. What's next, Fouad? I guess nothing for a little while.
Fouad Abiad Championships on May 31st.
May 31st, Oakville.
I'm judging.
Ian's
judging. Mike's going to be there. We're going to fly Seth in to just for the fuck of it.
Martin's guest posing.
Yeah,
it's going to be a great show. So make sure you watch it. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, that one was weak, wasn't it?
Make sure you watch it.
That one was really bad.
Yeah, I don't. How was it? Fuck.
It's good. We're good.
Really.
Yeah,
I feel like I kind of missed the landing there a little bit. I could have. I feel like there was something I could have. This wasn't coming to me.
We
it wasn't coming.
You look like you're in anguish right now. He's gonna
stay up all night thinking about this one.
I gotta be. Yeah, I do sometimes overthink these things, but I gotta admit it gets hard. It gets hard week to week.
It's not that hard.
It can be for you. You don't have this kind of pressure. It's you try to think of something that's
you got this podcast and everything's just smooth for you. You got this fucking prayer, man.
you try to think of something inspiring, something meaningful, and then nothing comes. And you just say whatever.
Well, you're just not an emotional guy.
I'm not at all. I've been
your prayers. Maybe your prayers need to be more transactional.
Transactional? What do you mean?
Just thank everybody for helping you and move on. You don't have to worry about the feelings part of it.
I can't do that week after week.
Why not? It's kind of what you do anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
No,
you're not really. There's not really any emotion in your prayers.
I try to make each one a little bit different than the last.
Yeah, but they're still very like, this is what I did today.
Yeah. Today was pretty
This
good.
one was just what you did on the weekend.
Yeah.
This is a weekend. Yeah. Because today I had to do a CPR course from home.
Oh, here we go.
Who had fucked me for a workout today, so I had to train alone. That was shit.
You got one more thing in you, Paul. I know you want to say one more thing.
Detroit, the People Show.
The People Show.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
See you, everybody.
See you, boys.